All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spiritual Spirits, episode one of what is it?
Season
Season
2?
two. We hit season two. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Well,
It's
I am your
2021.
guest,
2022.
2022, my friend.
2022. I apologize. I just said 2022.
So I'm your host, John, and our host, Dave, over there arguing with Ghost about what year it is. Mr. Dave over there.
Yeah, I'm arguing with the ghost tube. No, ghost. It's
And mine,
2022.
mine just said, stop it. That's awesome.
Knock it off.
So how's the week been, man? We kind of took an extended week there with days changing on when we're doing the show. How's it been?
It's been okay. Got through the holiday and got through New Year's. Getting ready to start a new year. So,
Yeah, good
how about
Christmas.
you, man?
My Christmas is good. I mean, spend time with the kids and everything. You know, I had to work Christmas night, so that kind of dampened how much time I got. So,
Yeah.
but no, New Year was fine. Everybody seems to be freaking healthy right now, which is phenomenal and unheard of. So I'm just gonna go with it.
Yep.
uh, yes, the new COVID is sweeping through everything and shutting shit down again. So it's kind of gonna be interesting to see what happens over in my neck of the woods. See if they start shutting the world down again over here. But
Yeah.
we're gonna get up every day and go to work.
Yeah. Just gonna do my thing. Yeah. My job doesn't change, no matter if everyone's on lockdown or not, because I've been working from home for 20 years. So, and I guess Pamela's joining the show.
Oh,
Get
you're chatty
Pamela,
over
if you
there.
that's yeah. Hi Pamela, it's 2022.
Stop it.
Well, I'm
Stop
supposed
it.
to-
I'm
so
sorry. Jeez,
tonight we're gonna talk
your ghost is testy.
Whiskey.
and whiskey. No whiskey tonight. I can get
I can
some.
get some.
Just some good old fashioned Dos Equis tonight.
Yeah, just a Sapporo for me.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk haunted churches. And I was telling you, I was talking to Dave earlier before the show. I was a little disappointed, but
Well, yeah, and I thought it was a good idea at the time
it seemed
because
like
I
a
was like,
cool
you
idea.
know, let's go completely to hell. We already butchered Christmas. Let's talk about haunted churches because I mean, and my reason for that is the St. Mary's Church in San Francisco, California. That
Yeah,
church is haunted.
haunted.
That church,
Why we're
it's
not talking
2022.
about that church today, I don't know.
It didn't crack the top 10 list, but I mean I've been in that church a few times, and every time I've had objects thrown at me,
Yeah, yeah,
and I've seen shadow figures. I've been followed.
yeah.
Leaving the
Over
church,
here.
I've been followed outside the church.
Ooh, it's like you
Uh,
forgot your pamphlet.
it's like you have not accepted Jesus as your Lord and Savior. Um, but it's a beautiful church. Stained glass is amazing. It's just beautiful on the inside.
It's a big
But
church.
it's really weird. And I mean it. And I wonder if this is like, you know,
It's
it's still
2022.
2022.
Just started.
Yeah. Maybe your ghost tube is telling mine to stop it.
I think so.
Stop asking that question, dude. Um, well, and I was thinking because we were talking about how certain things are more haunted than the stories let out,
Yeah.
and that it's could be covered up, like say for the military.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it's entirely possible that the church can do that too.
Oh, very possible. Very.
Yes.
No. It's very
Cemetery.
the power of the church is still very
Jesus.
real.
I heard like just a brief little word. It sounded like,
Four.
and then it was cemetery. It was like super loud.
No, and it said 4. 4 in the cemetery.
Well, we are planning on talking about 4 churches that are
We are talking
supposedly
about 4
haunted.
churches, and all 4 of those churches do have
Have
cemeteries.
cemeteries, and that's an interesting thing that the churches that have all these reports, and we looked at a few top 10 lists
Yeah,
for haunted churches, and we're looking at these churches, and almost all of them have cemeteries
yeah.
nearby.
Oh, yeah.
But our research basically revealed a lot of conjecture. Like, okay, so but that's a rumor. That's not,
Yeah,
um, that's not proven. That's not a fact that
yeah.
this person died or that person died
Class.
or whatever. So when we talk about these places, it's going to be really hard to score them
It
be-
is yeah,
because
really hard.
we don't know what's real and what's not. And I think a lot of the reports that we've read about, I mean, I know that I've read about, were a lot of residual stuff, not a lot of
For the
intelligent.
Yeah, and for the parts that come up to where it actually has that paranormal aspect to it, I would yeah, it's very much more residual than anything else. Um, but one kinda stuck out to me for the fact that I don't think it should be on the list, and it's one we actually chose to talk about, and that was Egg Hill Church.
Yeah,
Now the big story with Egg Hill Church, that's in Spring Hills, Pennsylvania.
right,
The big story about that is the minister that went crazy, poisoned all his congregation,
right,
turned around, went downstairs where the children's Sunday school was happening, and beheaded all the kids and then buried them, and then went up to the bell tower and hung himself. Now that's the big story at AKL Church.
right.
Now I did a bunch of research because I wasn't finding nothing paranormal about this place other than people can hear voices inside because you're not allowed inside this church. This church is completely sealed off. It's a historical landmark in that area. You're not allowed to go inside. You're not allowed to paranormal hunt or whatever, investigate, nothing.
Yeah,
So I did a lot of digging around, and then I started digging around actually into the death of what happened. So this happened in 1860s. So the big newspapers like the Wall Street Journal, I mean, that started in like 1850s. You had a lot of newspapers out there, so something like this would have made national news. So I started googling everything and started going into all these little freaking things. Not a single report written on these deaths or what happened, whether locally or nationally. And you think something like that would make national news, especially back in the 1860s.
mm,
That would hit all of America, people talking about that. So then I actually found this one website that actually went into everything that I was trying to look for about this place, and it literally said, "Hey, man, there's nothing on this place. That the story is completely false." And these ghost sites, these paranormal sites that list this in the top tens and whatever as haunted places, literally should be ashamed of themselves and need to take them off their list because there's nothing paranormal about this place other than the fact that it looks creepy because it's made out of wood and it's from the 1850s and whatnot.
yeah. I got to say that's what attracted me to it. Was
Yeah,
I saw the picture and I was like, "Ooh, that
yeah.
looks like something out of Blair Witch."
Yeah, it's yes, or Salem.
Yeah,
It looks like a Salem church. It really does. It was
yeah,
built in a time frame. So the original church actually did burn down. They built a new church on top of the old foundation.
mhm.
But the story itself, it's all fictional. It's just a ghost story. I mean, really, that's
Yeah.
basically what it comes
If
out
i-
to be.
if you look at the Wikipedia page for Egg Hill Church, it's
Yeah,
like 2 sentences.
yeah, yeah.
It's like, here's when it was built,
Yeah,
blah blah blah. Wow.
so I kind of wanted to get that out clearly here because we we do our research, and I don't get us wrong, we're not like super paranormal research group people out here. We do our little bit of time because we both have jobs.
Yeah.
And we do our little bit of research, but at the same time, we're not here trying to spread rumors and lies about places either. So we're going to
Nope.
find out what's going on. We're going to let you know if we think it's haunted for one thing. And then if I find something like this, I'm going to let you know about it. It's like this place should not even be on a list other than the one myth and ghost story that they tell
Yeah.
about this place that is not backed up by any type of
Things.
fact or proof that anybody died there. It really shouldn't be on a list anywhere. And I kind of agreed with the guy because he was like angry typing. You could feel it when he was typing it out.
It's like,
That,
wow, that guy, man.
you should be ashamed of
The
yourself.
caps lock was on.
Yeah. I was like, damn, bro, calm down. But no, I
Yeah, but
just,
yeah, if you look at the you look at the pictures of it, and
dude, it looks super creepy.
it looks super creepy.
It looks like something out of a horror movie.
Yeah. But basically, yeah, it's just a historical landmark.
It's a historical landmark built
Angled.
a whole long time ago, and
But
money
yeah,
just strangled. So
and a lot of paranormal investigative teams have been there. None of them have gotten
anything.
anything. But yet, on one of my lists, it's number 1 for the most haunted church
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't
Based
understand.
off of what?
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, the report is fake.
Yeah.
Nobody has gotten any evidence. There's no evidence.
What's
And
up?
there's also like a row of tombstones behind the church or something like that.
Yes.
Just a row of tombstones.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and the church bell was stolen in 2003. That was the worst thing I could find
Yeah.
about the church, was that somebody stole the damn bell.
About a bunch of frat guys from Penn
But-
State went over there and
Right.
stole the bell for bragging rights.
Yeah.
And got busted within 24 hours.
Right. So, good on that. But yeah, I was really disappointed. I was like, that's number 1. We need to talk about that.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, we're doing the research. I was like,
And
what
I
the
think
hell?
I don't think it drops below 8 in most of these the
No.
sites that talk about like when they rank the most haunted
Yeah.
churches. I don't think
So
it drops below 8. And I think
I've got 2 lists on my screen right now. One is at number 1. The other one's at number 3.
yeah. I think I found one at number 8. I think if I remember right.
I think I found one at 6.
Yeah.
So I think
And-
I saw like 4 lists.
Yeah.
And the most disconcerting part of that is that each of those have the same churches on the list.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They
so I'm
rank
going,
them.
oh crap, if Egg Hill is a bust,
Yeah.
then what are we doing? Because yeah, I'd much rather talk about St. Mary's Church in San Francisco, because I know that bitch is haunted. I know it. I know I have been attacked.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was in one of the pews sitting down, and
Okay.
it was an 8th grade trip with my second son, David,
Okay.
and we went into the church. We were looking at the thing, and I said, okay, let's sit down. We'll sit down. We'll figure out our next plan, because we spent like the whole day in Chinatown.
Yeah.
And right there by Chinatown is St. Mary's Church. So we went in the church because it was sprinkling a little bit. We went in the church, sitting in the pew, talking. The kids get up and leave, and I'm still sitting down. And the thing that comes down that you kneel on, that
Yeah.
little thing,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
came down on my foot as I was standing up.
Ow.
The whole thing just poof. And I'm like, okay, I guess you don't want me to leave.
I guess I'm staying.
I guess I'm staying. I mean, I know that church is haunted. And so I was like, oh, there's got to be like these super haunted churches out there that are just crazy haunted. And yeah, I'm a little skeptical now.
Yeah. No, it kind of with you. Like I spent a lot of time up by the Abbey here up in Colorado here.
Right.
And
Right. You were telling me about that before the show.
and that place.
Who is he?
That's David.
I'm David.
That place, like I'm not like you in a sense, so I don't see shit, but I feel it everywhere I go.
Right. Anybody out there can can sense, and I'm not saying that everyone is super sensitive,
Yeah.
but everyone has some sensitivity
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
paranormal. Even you walk into the area and the hair on the back of your neck stands up, something's up. You get that feeling that something's wrong, or that you're being watched, or that you
Yeah.
know the feeling of dread or whatever.
But there's like
And
reports and shit still coming out of that place.
well, yeah, and I think, well, you were talking to me about it, and I went and looked some stuff up on it, and you said they do like haunted tours and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. It's pretty
Well,
cool. I didn't get a chance. I was going to go this summer, but the way
yeah,
shit was all working out, me changing
mhm,
jobs and all that great stuff, yeah, I just couldn't get there.
right.
But it's like $150. You get the stay that you stay the nights from like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. They give you all the equipment. They allow you to record everything. They give you copies of everything that you do. They give you food and drink while you're in there. They give you snacks throughout the night, so you don't have to worry about bringing shit.
That's fun. I'm down for that.
Yeah,
I mean, just for food and drinks. That's
yeah,
if you're gonna feed me, I'm good.
and
You
they do
you can
it.
tell.
Yeah, they do it mostly, in like summertime because we do get snow up in there, and they don't want people. I don't know if
Yeah.
this is the real reason, but I'm pretty sure the reason why they shut it down at the end of fall and in winter time is when they do get snow. They don't have to worry about people
No,
getting
people falling
snowed in up
down or dealing
there,
with
falling
insurance
down. Oh
issues.
yeah,
Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, I would love to have it there for for Halloween and stuff.
oh yeah.
But yeah,
I
once it
think
cools
I
down,
think
I mean, just like the Standing Hotel, which is up there in Colorado too.
yeah, they also do a haunted house there for Halloween.
Yeah.
So
Well,
so
and I
they do.
think that's why there's still activity. That's
Yeah,
why
they
stuff's still
constant
going
traffic
on,
going through
is
there.
because of that
Constant
that
energy.
energy that's feeding it.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
We talked about that too. And that's why, I was looking at St. Andrew's Episcopal Church on Staten Island, is the same type of thing. They have they have a haunted house there every year. And I think that energy feeds whatever spirit is there,
Well,
or can even manifest additional spirits, or something can come there saying, okay, this guy, energy is
Who
being
are you?
given.
I'm John.
That's John. um,
Hello, Adam. Adam came through, and then he asked
oh,
who I was.
welcome, Adam. Adam, who are you? Well, definitely not Eve.
Definitely not you. Although I do like a rib.
Why did you come?
Why did I come?
Um, you live here?
I live
You live
here.
there?
Why did you come is the better
Why
question.
did why did you come? That's what we want to know. Just don't tell me to stop it again, because
Yeah.
I'd get offended.
I
Um,
think I'm with you. I think it was telling your ghost tube to stop it.
I
Could
think
have
because it kept saying, "What year is it? What year is it? What year is it? Stop it!
stopped it.
Come on."
He's already said it.
He's already said it. Um,
Yeah, that place. I forgot that place still has a haunted attraction there too for Halloween.
yeah,
St. Andrews.
yeah. So that was interesting. Um, no stories of anything, but paranormal investigators have
Why am I
gotten
here?
activity, voices, um, organ music, just
Yeah.
phantom organ music playing. Um, so I think there's a lot of residual stuff probably happening there, but the the constant yearly, the investigations, the
Yeah.
haunted house, all that kind of stuff, all that energy of people believing
Oh
in the
yeah.
paranormal is feeding the
Yeah.
paranormal.
Yeah. It just gives them that
So,
constant flow of energy to where they can keep.
it's Ghostbusters all over again. And that's what I was. God, I kind of had that epiphany when Ghostbusters came out. I'm like, it's the fact that everybody was believing in ghosts that kind of brought the ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Started out small, but then people saw it and they
Yeah.
believed, and then more came and more saw it and more
And more
believed, and it
believe.
just escalated and escalated and escalated, and then you got Zool,
Yeah. Number two.
um,
Good one.
and goes with the Gozerian. But And I can't wait for Afterlife. I definitely want to see that. But
Yeah, it's out. A couple people I know have seen it. It's really
yeah,
good.
yeah. We always do our movie on Christmas Day. This time it was Spider-Man. We went
Spider-Man,
and
and
saw
you're
the new
not gonna say
Spider-Man.
a single thing about it yet because I haven't watched
Nope,
it.
not saying anything. I
I
liked it.
saw the new
Good.
Venom.
Saw the new Venom. I
I
watched the new
liked it.
Venom.
I liked
I
it.
like I like the new Venom. I liked it kind of better than the first one. There was some things I liked more. I liked the CGI better
The
than the first
CGI is
one.
better. I think the comedy was better in the first one though.
Yes.
Had more of that comedy in the first one.
Yeah.
It was good
There
seeing
there
Woody
were
Harrelson slim down again too.
yeah. It's kind of funny because with Venom, and I know we're going off on a tangent, but we were kind of going to do that today.
Yeah.
Anyway, but with Venom, I love the cast. I love all the actors in it,
Oh yeah.
but I don't love the roles. I don't like I don't like the casting for the parts, but I love the
The
actors.
actors themselves, yeah.
Yeah, like I love Michelle Williams, but she doesn't need to be in there. I don't feel her at all. She's a great actress. I don't feel her. Love Woody Harrelson. I don't think he belongs to be Carnage.
Carnage,
Same with
no.
Tom Hardy. Love Tom Hardy. I don't think he should be Venom.
Yeah.
Amen.
But
I'm
or
with
Eddie
you on
Brock.
that.
I think,
Yeah.
I look at Eddie Brock and I think it should be somebody else. But
Yeah.
love it's weird. I love the cast, but I don't love the roles that they played in this
Yeah.
movie.
I'm the
Um,
same with you.
but
Again, I still wanted
uh,
Tom Hardy to be Gambit, so
yeah,
or the new Wolverine. But really the new Gambit.
I know because that was Hugh Jackman kind of gave his blessing to Tom Hardy
Yeah.
to be the new Wolverine, and Tom
Like you
went,
want
eh.
eh, I don't
I'm
know.
like, really? You'd rather be Venom than the iconic X-Men character?
Yeah. Mr. X-Men? What? Yeah, how many X-Men
No.
do you know that got their own comic book?
Yeah, right. Well, apparently, my daughter just yelled at me that he picked Venom because of his son.
What? I don't what, his son like Venom?
I guess that's
Oh.
his son's favorite comic book character.
Oh. I still think he should have been
Come
I don't
on.
Gambit.
know. She just kind of, huh? What
Still
was
think
that?
he should have been Gambit. Oh, it said, "Where am I?"
Oh, where am I?
Uh,
What are we talking about?
you're
I know
normal.
we're, yeah, whatever. We're talking about haunted churches that may not be haunted.
No, I mean, yeah.
So
So
so yeah, Egg Hill Church. I gotta go 0-0. No
yeah,
haunting, no danger.
yeah.
If we're gonna, if we're, and unfortunately, that's gonna be the easiest one to score out of what we're gonna talk about.
For
Yeah.
you.
Now,
Where I'm right here.
yeah,
Where are
geez,
you? Can you not see
Colorado.
me?
He's in Colorado. I'm in
Colorado.
California.
Yeah.
Now St. Mary's Church in San Francisco. Um, gave it a 65 for haunted and a 70 for danger, particularly to me.
See, I've never been there, and I've heard stories there. I've seen the church, and anybody who's been down into Chinatown has probably seen the church.
Yeah. So I went there 3 times. One with each kid for their 8th grade trip because they
Careful.
save up. It's like, be
So,
careful.
huh? Yep.
Yeah, thanks. Um, so we save money for each kid to go to San Francisco for their 8th grade trip, and it's a 3 or 4 day trip depending on how much money the class makes. So I went there for each class, and each time we spend time there in Chinatown. So I went into St. Mary's Church with each of the 3 kids,
Did you have experiences all 3 times?
all 3 times.
Jesus.
I was I was the first time it was just shadow figures out of the corner of my eye moving,
Yeah.
and someone behind me. I felt a hand on my shoulder once. Um, and then the second time was when I had the pew because that was David. I had the pew thing knocked down on me as I was standing up,
Mhm.
and I walked by and like 3 of the candles blew out
Oh,
on the thing where you light the candles.
yeah.
I walked by that. It was like, and 3 candles went out, and I was like, and there was like a whole bunch of candles lit, like 20 candles lit, and 3 of them went out as I walked by them.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, I'm not that fast, dude. That something came over. But with Amanda, my daughter, because she's sensitive, but she's kind of like you. She feels it, she doesn't see it.
Yeah.
She walked in there and was like, "No, I don't want to be in here." And St. Mary's Church in San Francisco.
Happened to me.
I know you didn't walk in. Yeah, she's like walked up. Yeah, she walked up the door. She's like, I'm not going in there." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I get it." So, but that was the time that I was followed after that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I barely stepped in there, and something followed me out and down
Like,
the street.
I know you.
And I was like, I remember you.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. See? Thank you, Ghost Tube. But just about every church I've been in, I have seen or sensed something.
Now, see, I've been in quite a few churches. And I would have to say, out of all the churches I've been in, and I'm not counting the Abbey because that's a new thing for me.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a church. I guess it is, but it's not really anymore.
For you.
It
Well, they don't have a congregation or anything now. It's just
yeah, not
ghost
anymore.
tours and things like that.
Yeah, and they make wine there.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the only one I can really truly say is the one down in Oklahoma. Is the only one that when I went in there, it felt like 30 people sat around me.
Ooh, yeah.
Like I sat
That
down. I went,
that's a good one.
I'm not alone.
That's a good one.
I'm like, no.
I was at a wedding for my niece. My niece and nephew-in-law, they got married. Gosh, I know it was summertime. It's like June or July. Um, up in Stockton, and we were at this church, and it like it looked like a gymnasium. It wasn't. It was like brand new. It was not an old church or anything.
Yeah.
I I got something there. I was like, something's trying to get my attention to my left, and I look over, and there's nobody in that side of the church, but I could see somebody sitting in one of the pews looking at me, and I was like, okay. And then my wife's like, "You see something, don't you?" I'm like, "No, what are you talking about?" She's
Yeah,
like,
no,
"God damn it, you see something, I can tell." I was like,
nothing.
I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about. You told me that it made you feel weird when I said stuff, so I'm not saying stuff anymore." Um, but yeah, no, no, I mean 90%. I don't think I've been in a hell of a lot of churches. And I'm not talking about when I was a kid, when I was fully adult, knew what was going on, that I could see these things and I could sense them. That just about, we had a funeral for a cousin, and I was like, I was some guy was up there speaking about that person, and I was like, she does not like that person. So
Yeah.
so I was like, I had to ask. I said, okay, who the heck is this guy? After the ceremony, I'm talking to my sisters-in-law, and I'm like, who is this guy? And, oh, that's this guy. They were married for a while, and then I'm like, she doesn't like him at all. She didn't believe a word he said, and they all started laughing. They were like, oh God, I know. They're just like telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, well, I was like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, she likes those flowers, but she didn't like those, and she was when her kids were up there speaking, she was right above them,
Really?
like tapping on her heart when she was above them, and I was just like, just that kind of tore me up, um, because that was a family member. That's someone I knew for a long time, and to communicate with her at her funeral was um, that took a lot out of me. That was
Oh,
a
draining.
tough time. That was tough. It was tough emotionally. It was
No.
draining for sure, but I'm used to that. It was emotionally draining
Mm.
because of, I've I've spent time with that person,
Yeah.
years, decades with that person.
Yeah.
And and I knew before she was going to go that something was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And I said something, but it didn't help.
Mm.
It's one of those things where I can tell if they're really sick or something's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't keep it in. I know there people are going to think I'm weird, and sometimes they do. Most of the time they do, but um, but I was like, please go to the doctor. Please get something checked. Don't be alone. And told my wife, I said there's something wrong. She's got I sent something in her heart, and she had a heart attack and
Ugh,
passed away.
that's funny. Mine just said heart attack,
Go there.
and then don't go there.
Don't go there. Yeah. No, I'm kind of choking up thinking about it. But
Yeah.
um but yeah, I just especially funerals, man. There's always
Uninvited guests.
there's always, unknown guests at a funeral. And I've unfortunately been to a lot of funerals.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah, more than
but
I like.
very rarely do I see the person that actually died.
No, no,
It's
it's
usually
ever.
someone else,
Yeah.
someone that knew the person, or a family member or something like that died previously that's there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, a couple of occasions though, like the one with our cousin, she was there, and that was one of the few times that I've actually communicated with someone at their funeral, and they were
Oh.
dead.
Oh. Ugh.
Um,
Yeah. First,
so
I think
anyway,
you're. I had to look up what her church that was. It's still open. First Christian Church in Lawton, Oklahoma. That there's something about that place.
yeah,
I don't know what it is. I just wanted to. I wanted to. I had to look through a bunch of images to figure out which one it was. I was like, "Yep, there it is." At that place, I don't know what it was about that
Did
place.
I
And
die?
how did you die? I don't know. You're gonna have to tell me. I
we have
don't
no
know.
idea. Are we still talking to Adam? Because
Yeah, yeah.
you
I
know,
don't know.
I don't know. Is it in the Bible how Adam died? are we are we talking to that Adam? Because that's
Yeah,
you know
we're
that we
talking
might be able to
Jesus,
answer, but
right?
we could tell the stories of how he died. But
Well, since we're
um,
talking about St. Andrews, and you talked about the other St. Andrews, so we were going to talk about St. Andrews on the Red in Winnetoba, Canada.
yeah,
And this
which
place looks
that's
super historical
yeah,
and cool, but again, not a lot going on there from.
yeah, it's the oldest stone church in Western Canada.
Yep.
Yay. Um, but yeah, it's number 4 on the 2 list that I have on my screen. Um, and mainly because with the reports, plague victims were sent to the church to rest and hopefully recover from their terrible illness. Unfortunately, the majority of them lived their final days behind the church walls.
Stop. Just stop.
I'm sorry. I must. They don't. I guess they don't want me to read anymore.
But no,
Anyway, so church. Just
I
give me a minute. um, church visitors frequently report hearing the anguished cries of suffering victims who met their painful and tragic end. In addition to the plague victims, St. Andrew's on the Red has plenty of other spirits to keep visitors on edge. On the grounds, many have spotted a woman in a long white dress and a man dressed all in black lurking in the shadows. Others have spotted a pair of glowing, disembodied eyes, red eyes, that have popped out suddenly, startling anyone unfortunate enough to come face to face with them.
and
Some
there's a,
visitors have even reported a ghost car
yeah.
at the church's main entrance. And I think you were talking about that before. So, um, people reporting having terrible nightmares the following nights after being there. Ooh, thank you. And I just got my dinner.
Yay.
Yay. Ooh, hot. So I'll do that during the break.
Okay, so you were able to find. I went to a bunch of different spots to find shit on St. Andrews on the Red. And every
Yep.
time I'd go into something, it actually bring up a St. Andrews all the way fucking in Scotland. I'm like, God damn it. So I had to
Yep.
redo some wording on what I was looking for. And then, of course, they
There's a
talked.
lot. There's a lot of St. Andrew's Church.
Yeah. Of course,
that's a popular name. I was like the one because I found the one in Staten Island, and I was
yeah,
like, wait, that's not the one I'm
looking
supposed to
for.
be looking up. It's supposed to be in Canada.
Close.
And I found one. I found one in Ireland, um, which was a beautiful church.
Kevin, this is not
But
Tuesday, and what are we drinking? uh, yes,
boy,
it's
I
not
hate to.
Tuesday. It is
Not
Wednesday.
Tuesday. It's his fault.
It is all my fault.
It's his fault. He wanted to change to Wednesday.
Yeah,
Um,
and I'm drinking some Dos Equis.
I've got
Come
Sapporo.
in.
Don't come in. Don't come in where? What?
So yeah, this one also has a cemetery near it,
Yeah.
and it says that people have also heard the gates of the cemetery
Cat.
shake, rattle.
Yes. Scratch
Love.
and love.
Scratch
Fine.
and love. Sounds like a date I had. Um, hmm.
No fireball tonight.
Oh no. Mm-mm. I go for the fireball, and my liver punches me, and I'm like, okay, I'm not having fireball.
Is there a photo of a scratch? A person with a scratch for St. Andrews?
I don't know. Let me see.
It said photo.
Done.
Dun, dun. No, this is another weird one because like you pull up I mean I got the man in black
Institution.
and I got the woman in white. We're not talking about institutions tonight.
No, that's a different
But
episode.
they're mainly seen floating to the cemetery. And then I got the phantom car that's being seen. Um, even had a story there where someone was actually chased off the property by the phantom car. And then the red eyes.
Go there.
No,
Don't
don't
go
go there. No reports of scratching. I didn't get any scratch reports.
Hmm.
Gate shaking. The one that interests me was that people were having nightmares days after the visiting the church or being there.
Now, would you consider more of that a residual effect or an
Yeah,
attachment?
I don't know. Well, it depends on the nightmare, but it just says nightmares. Um,
I'd rather
or
I think I'd rather know what
terrible nightmares.
yeah feeling
Maybe a residual effect, maybe an
or
attachment.
what did they experience when they were there? It could not be. It's very possible it's not a residual effect or an attachment. Just the fact that they had nightmares because they saw something there.
Yeah,
Your mind likes playing tricks on you when you're sleeping.
for sure. Huh.
Oh, speaking of shit that's happened,
How the hell did that come up?
what did you get?
Okay, so um, we're talking about St. Andrews on the Red, and I
Yeah,
was looking it up to see if anyone was scratched there,
yeah,
and nothing came up for that.
yeah,
I was trying to look at the types of nightmares or whatever. So it's located in the town of Selkirk in Manitoba, right?
yeah.
So I clicked on the terrible nightmares and it brought me to this page about haunted Canada. And it
Huh.
talks about Throughout Canada, you'll find a variety of haunted locations offering a wide range of ghosts and eerie tales, including a murdered girl in Holland Landing, and this is where I was getting to, and a man with a hunchback hailing from Selkirk.
Huh.
So I'm like, well, what the heck is that?
That's
I
crazy.
don't think it's associated with the church, but why did it take me to this page?
Yeah.
In Selkirk, there are 2 sites that spark interest among paranormal hunters. A church can be located in the area, which is called St. Andrew's on the Red. There we go.
Yeah.
A graveyard can be found in the back of the church. When night falls, and are many eerie sights and ghosts that are said to occur and haunt the area. A man in black and a woman in white have been known to make an appearance. A ghost car has been spotted in the graveyard. 2 small eyes have been encountered following various individuals who have entered the area. They are red in color and send chills up and down your spine. Those who have experienced the sightings of these ghosts are said to suffer horrible nightmares and dreams involving the rattling of the church gates.
Oh, okay. Hey, there we go. So they're just having a nightmare of what they actually experience. So I wouldn't say they're actually getting an attachment or anything. Their mind is just literally replaying everything that they thought they saw.
Yeah.
And the
Well, it's
bad thing,
interesting that they experience the sightings of the ghosts and they have a nightmare of the gates rattling.
yeah.
That's
Which
interesting.
no, and that's what I was gonna say on my next part is like your mind sees everything that your eyeball sees.
Right.
Now I see you. Like I'm focused
How
on
old are
you.
you?
But my eye is open everywhere. So my
Right.
brain is getting in all this information from all this stuff. So it's very possible they might have saw or even heard without even realizing the gates rattling.
Yeah, but we're
And then they have a
focused on,
nightmare.
oh my god, I just saw a ghost.
Yeah.
But over here the gate's rattling at the
And
same
so when
time.
they have their nightmare,
Or they see the gate and it associate it with the ghost.
mm-hmm.
How old are you?
Old enough to be a
I am not.
That's what I said.
But I am.
Guess what, buddy? Too
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
There's
I'm
Rachel. Hi, Rachel.
actually wearing my Opa shirt underneath this.
See?
Yeah, Rachel agrees that your mind loves playing tricks on you when you're sleeping. That's where that for the damn sure came from. Uh, and Kevin found at least 5 churches, St. Andrews, all
That are all
haunted.
haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, all of them haunted. And I was like, what the hell?
What am I
What the
supposed
hell
to
is up
tell
with
you?
St. Andrews?
Yeah. It's was St. Andrew really a saint? I mean,
Was there something up with St. Andrew?
there's something going on with St. Andrew.
Yeah. But I like this one. This one was probably one of my favorites of the ones that we picked. Um and it was because
Yeah.
of the nightmares. The nightmares are really interesting. I mean, I have had nightmares following a reading or a
Oh yeah.
sighting or whatever. And I've never really felt an attachment with that. It's always been associated with the experience.
It's,
But
you know, you want to know a weird thing?
I want to know all the weird things, bro.
All
That's
right.
why we're doing this show.
All right. So here's what. Okay. So okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let me tell you. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I will have nightmares all week long, except for the night we do our show.
Bum, bum, bum.
I've had nightmares during church.
And
No,
his dad was a pastor. May
you,
Malin rest.
you dream about getting that ass beat after church.
He said, "Go whoop that ass."
Fall asleep while I'm giving my sermon. Uh,
um, it's weird. Well, oddly enough, since I've been having my barrier spell up, I have not had any nightmares.
well, okay, so this was all right. This was what's going on in my house this last week and a half that
Mhm.
we haven't had a show. My daughter's door opens up suddenly. Um, Light automatically just turns on by itself.
I did have a
Last
paranormal experience here.
last
We'll get to
night,
mine. Go ahead.
last night, I literally so it's I don't know 2 o'clock in the morning. For me, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning or in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I'm kicked back on the couch. I'm watching a movie. I don't even remember what I was watching. Uh, Everybody's asleep. Giant flash of light on the wall. I was like, fucking car. And then I see it again in the kitchen. So I
Mm.
get up. I'm like, what the fuck? So I look out my windows. No fucking cars going down the road, either direction. Look over to the other window, which you can kind of see the road that's going off this way. No cars going down that road. I was like, why am I getting flashes of light in the fucking and it just so happened I was literally looking that direction when it happened. So it wasn't like out of the corner of my eye I saw it. I was literally looking at something and it was like bam right there on the wall. I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, probably a car driving by because the windows. And
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, bam, in my kitchen. I was all, what the fuck was that? What? So I got up, I was like, oh shit, there ain't no cars out there.
There's no cars out there. Okay. That's not good.
Yeah. And then of
That's
course, crazy trippy nightmare of I don't want to say demon, but definitely something non-human
mhm.
attacking me
Wow.
for seemed like hours. It might have only been like 5 minutes in real time, but
Yeah.
but it seemed like hours in my dream.
Have you smudged yourself
Not
since?
not yeah, for a little bit, not since
I mean, since
October.
Christmas Day, and you know what I'm talking about.
No, not no.
When you started something.
Yeah. No.
Okay. I recommend it.
Yeah.
Maybe like every couple weeks.
Yeah. I probably should. It's yeah, the activity's definitely picking up over here.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about that, but yeah, I
I'm
probably
not.
should.
I don't want to jinx it for you, but no, I actually had a paranormal experience happen here in the house on New Year's Eve.
Oh, really?
Yeah, was very interesting. And I did go out the next day and reinforce my barrier spell, but wife and I are sitting on the couch and we're watching Fifth Element on 4K because I just bought it,
Good movie.
and all of a sudden the movie would pause and start, pause and start, pause and start, like
Oh.
over and over again, right? And then the lights turned off in the living room, and then the movie started playing again. And Leona's looking at me, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know
I
what. I don't know what that was. So I had to go over and turn, and you have to push the button. You have to
Yeah,
push it to turn it off.
yeah.
And I had to go over and turn it on again. I was like, okay, that was weird. Okay, I'm gonna I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
I'm gonna
and
redo my barrier spell tomorrow.
the light switch is a twist on, so it
Yeah.
has to click
Well,
and then turn,
it's a dimmer with a push. So,
and
uh,
it 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 clicked and turned and, light.
yeah.
Uh-uh.
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, no, I get you. I don't know what that was, and I didn't feel anything before it happened. But since
Yeah,
then, nothing's happened. But it was in succession. The movie kept pausing and starting, and there was no one in the living room except for my wife and I.
yeah, yeah.
And it was pausing and starting, and then it paused and it stayed paused. The lights went out, and then the movie started, and I was like, guess I have to have the lights off watching the movie.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't think it was this type of movie, but okay.
okay, but sure, Fifth Element with the lights off is great.
All right.
Um, um, but yeah, I went and checked the disc after that. The disc wasn't smudged or damaged or anything. So
That's.
that was a weird one. I haven't experienced anything like that in the house in a while since I've been putting the barrier spell up.
It just says waking nightmares, and Kev says steam cleans with sage and smudge.
Cleanse.
That's cleans.
Steam clean. We're gonna call
That's
Stanley Steamer
clean.
to come over and do a steam cleanse.
That's cleans. It's with the Z. It's cleans.
Cleansy.
Cleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've met your wife. Thank God she can't hear you.
I'm not repeating that. I'm
No.
not happening.
No, waking nightmares is
All Uncle Kevin's fault.
it's
It's been a while since I've had a
wild
waking nightmare.
waking nightmare. Yeah.
But
I think
the last one I had was at the antique shop. I can't say it was that long ago now.
I think the last one I had was not this last Halloween, October, but the October before that, and that was right before I started the show.
Mhm. It's interesting that on the days where you have the show, you don't have nightmares.
Yeah, yeah. I think. Well, I can say I've had one nightmare after a show, but other than that, I sleep like a baby on the nights we do our shows, and I don't know why. Like maybe it's the alcohol.
I was gonna say, could be the alcohol, could
True.
could be, you know, could be
That's
my positive energy rubbing off on you.
be the positive energy
Could
coming.
be the barrier spell coming through. Because
Get
really,
your man back
the
where
only
he
time
came
I
from,
get ghost
right?
tube responses is when we're on the show. Every once in a while, I'll get stuff if I have the ghost tube running.
Oh, mine's nonstop.
Outside of that, but on when we're doing the podcast is when I get the most activity.
Although I do notice that my ghost tube is most quiet in the living room, but all throughout the rest of the house, it talks a lot. Want to wake a nightmare, become a teacher? Yeah, there's a reason I didn't choose that profession. No, but I think it might have a lot to do that we give them a voice tonight.
Yeah,
We
almost
give
like
them energy to where they're like, "Oh, I'm worn out. I need to go sleep too."
yeah, or oh hey, somebody's saying stuff about us.
Yeah,
Well, it'll relax us. I mean, kind of like what happened with the radio when I saw
yeah,
the baseball game, and
yeah.
then all of a
Also,
sudden the activity stopped on it.
gone.
It was like, okay, I'm satisfied. We're good.
So it's all right. So St. Andrew's on the red.
Sanders on the red. So score it,
I
or
think
do you
our
want to
score
talk?
is going to be very different, but I mean, we got score, but it's
I don't. I mean, I think
you actually saw a lot more on that one than I did.
yeah. I found a lot more in my research on it. um, I still don't think it's very haunted, but as far as haunted level, I'd kind of give it a 30
Okay, I was going to say about 20, but yeah, I can see
because
going
of the
red too.
additional stuff that I found.
Yeah,
And if if the nightmares are actual attacks or an attachment, which I don't know for sure either way.
yeah. I was going to go around at around
I'm
20 for
I'm
danger
going
levels.
around 20. Yeah, I'm going around 20, 25 for danger level. If otherwise I think the
Car one is
majority
I
of it
think
is
Phantom car is what scares me the most about that place.
that's
Honestly.
fine, but I think it's a residual. I think the Phantom car is a residual.
Sacrifice.
I don't
Oh, it's
I
a
don't think there's any sacrifices, but um
well,
I think
that's
it's a I think that's a residual. I think most of the stuff is a residual. I'm more concerned about the red eyes
yeah. The
and
red
the
eyes.
reports that the red eyes follow you.
I'm
Um
wondering what those red eyes are.
yeah, but it's the nightmares and If all the people are having nightmares of the gate shaking, if that's their nightmare, then that tells me that's some kind of attachment, because not everybody would
Yeah.
would have that nightmare.
Yeah, the fact of the matter that people are a lot of the nightmares that are coming through from this place all have to deal with that shaking gate.
Yeah, that's trippy to me. That's why I'm kind of up in it a little bit and going like 25. I still don't think it's dangerous. I think something there is trying to send a message. Something there is trying to tell
Get
somebody
out.
something, and
Tell
nobody's
somebody
listening
get
yet.
out or get out.
Y- Yeah, or let me out or
Yeah.
something. That's kind of what I'm wondering, like, because somebody's shaking the gate like they want to get out, and that's kind of what I'm wondering. Maybe Mr. Red Eyes or maybe the spirits are trying to go, but they can't.
Hmm, that's interesting.
So yeah, I don't think it's necessarily dangerous, but if something can attach to you and give you nightmares, that's a little bit of a danger. That can If they can do that. But yeah, there's no scratches, no physical damage or anything like that that I could see or that I
Yeah.
found in my research. So I don't think they can physically harm, but I think they're trying to send a message.
Okay. Did you just hit your table?
Nope,
Did somebody hit your computer?
nope,
Then why'd your whole screen just shake?
like that.
A
I
little
just hit
bit
my
more aggressive.
I just hit my table. So I'd have to do like that.
It was almost that bad.
I'm not a Christian. Let me out.
It was literally almost that bad. That shake you did.
Mm,
It literally
yeah,
went.
so I'm gonna have to bump the stand that my laptop's on
Yeah.
to do
That's
that.
why. That's why I asked. It's like you hit something.
No, I didn't hit anything.
Yeah, your whole
I
screen.
didn't. I didn't see a shake.
Yeah, your whole screen just shook. At least on my end, your whole screen just shook.
Okay.
No.
All right. It said photo.
It said photo again, huh?
Hmm. I didn't see it.
Yes. Yeah. Kevin didn't see the shake either.
I'm gonna have to
Let's
go in and look
Might
at
have
the.
to rewind that and see if you
Yeah.
can.
Where are we at?
We're almost at an hour, so we could probably take our first break.
Yeah. Yeah. Rewind about 2 minutes ago, Kevin, on the live and see if you can see a screen shake.
Ooh.
All
There's
right.
a there's a there's a ooh.
Okay,
He
there's
said
a
ooh.
ooh. Did he see it? Did he rewind it?
Are you being touched inappropriately?
All right, knock that off.
Oh, and then don't say anything about that.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. Let us know if you guys have been into a haunted church while we continue talking about these. But we're gonna take a quick little break. One, so
Yeah,
Dave.
we'd love to talk about them. So yeah, if you've been in a haunted church, let us know, and we can do some research on the fly and see
Yeah. Again,
see
if
what's
you go
going
to
on.
the top of the chat, you can click the link to join in live, or you can use the call in line. Be more than happy to talk with you live. So we'll be right back. It's about 5-10 minutes. Enjoy the creepy music.
It did.
You're in my office. It's okay.
Where am I? Where am I?
Three.
My screen share. The only way to do that is move the laptop or stand the laptop. Did you find your desk or something? I said, no. And I pounded my desk really hard and my screen hardly did. She laid there while we were watching part of the call. She stayed there watching me. If you like pull on top.
Where am I?
Figured.
Where am I? Where am I? Where am I?
It's okay. You're in my office. It's a safe space.
Where am I? Where am I?
All right, and we are back from break.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Wondering why my
Oh, see, that's John. So yeah, over and over during the break, it kept saying, asking, "Where am I?"
Oh wow.
I'm like, "You're in my office. It's okay."
Huh. Let's see.
So yeah, St. Andrews on the Red. That was kind of a neat one.
What time do we go to break? The man said, yeah, flight.
58 or 59 minutes in.
Yeah, it said flight, convicted, Larry, yes, old, disfigured. Are you okay? If you're
I'm getting
disfigured.
I'm lost. Sorry, you're lost. Find your way to the Figueroa.
They're very welcoming.
Yes.
Oh. All right. So that was St. Andrews on the Red. So Ordor Church
Orador Church. Yeah, that's
in
I like the history of this one,
yeah,
if it's
that
true.
yeah, well, no, it's very true. They
Yeah,
actually June 10th, 1944, not too long after we stormed the beaches of Normandy. Actually, 5 days after we stormed the beaches of Normandy. I think it was June 5th, 1944 that we right? D-Day, June 5th.
I think that's right.
Uh so this little town, peaceful little town, they literally round up all 60 people, I think. It's like 60, 66 people, something like that. Separate them, women and children got placed in a church, this church.
I thought it
And
was more than that.
I think it was only 66 people in in this little town. And then the other half, the men, were taken to barns.
I
And
got 600.
was it 600? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's 660. Maybe that's it. But they separate all of them. They put the men in the barns. They put the women and children in this church.
Hmm.
They just kill all the men
Yeah. Shot him.
and then surround the church, catch the church on fire,
Hmm.
Stop it.
and shoot every single person that tries to come in through the windows.
Yeah.
I think out of the 600 people that were in this town, 6 survived. And that's the end of Ordor Church.
The end.
The end. I was only a smidge off. That's right, Rich. I was only a smidge off on the number. I forgot a 0.
Okay.
Zero's not a number, so evidently I wasn't a smidge off nothing.
so once we get through your delusions there, we'll we'll get to talking about. So, oh man,
Now they left this town up as a reminder of what
as a
happened.
reminder, yeah.
But they do say that they do get a lot of residual, like screaming, gunfire, things like that throughout.
Joe.
Oh,
But I don't think an
that's
angel was there that day.
no. I've oh no, I'm not posting that. They took a picture of the bodies
Oh,
from the church.
yeah.
Where is it?
It's in
It's
France.
on my computer screen,
It's
and
in
I'm
France.
but pictures of the ruins, like I mean, in 1944, when they right after they set fire to the church, there's just a bunch of pictures of it.
It's weird
And
because
I'm just floored as to how awful the Nazis were.
it's weird because the town gave no reason for this to happen.
No,
They
it was
basically
just a peaceful
summed it
community.
down
They
to
weren't.
it was
Yeah,
out of spite for the fact of what happened in Normandy
yeah,
and Adolf Kampf being killed,
yeah,
who the general that was there in this town was like best friends with, and so he got pissed off and decided to kill everybody in town.
yeah.
But this town has literally did nothing. Like they weren't fighting against the Nazis, nothing. They were just a peaceful town.
Yeah, they
They
weren't
understood there's a
harboring any
yep, they were understood it's
any
time of
American
war.
soldiers or anything.
Whatever.
They just, yeah, the Nazis were just pissed off and they acted out like spoiled children.
And the
And
Nazis had already, overtaken this town. I mean, they were
yeah,
based
they
in
already
this.
occupied it. They were,
It's already occupied. The people weren't fighting them. They're giving them food and all that stuff. They're being very compliant with everything. And all of a sudden, they just turn around and killed everybody
yeah,
except for 6 people.
yeah.
And they got out of the church alive. None of the men survived. It was all
No, the
people that
men were all
escaped
shot.
the burning
Men
church.
were all shot by firing squad, and then
Yeah,
they set fire to the church. So yeah,
yeah. I think it was like 4 women and 2 children ended up surviving that.
yeah.
But when it comes to haunting, they again top 10 list.
But yeah, not a whole. I mean, other than you know residual.
Yeah, a little bit of
Um,
residual going on there.
I found, many who visit the ruins claim that the ghost of the victims still linger. They report hearing the screams of the women and children trapped inside the burning building, or
Yep.
even hearing the crackling of the flames that took their lives.
Yep.
And I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But again, that's residual. It's so much death happening in one spot creates a tear. And
Yeah.
I mean, sensitive or not, anybody could go there and feel that.
Yeah. This place has that feel of what Auschwitz would probably feel like.
Yes. Auschwitz without Auschwitz.
Yeah. No
Oh.
reason devil. Linda said devil. no no reason other than the fact that they weren't German.
Yeah,
They were killed.
they were. Yeah,
Where are you?
Colorado, where are you? You should say Colorado too if you're talking to me.
right. Or it'd say behind you. Oh shit!
Y'all can see this,
Mm,
right?
is there anything over here?
Apologize.
No, you apologize.
Or
Hey,
are you apologizing?
or maybe you are apologizing. Shit, now I feel like an asshole.
Yeah, I feel like a dick. Damn it!
uh, no, I mean this place.
I kind of feel like shaking my
Besides,
screen right
the
now. But yeah, it's
yeah, I could, yeah,
I
I agree. It says Auschwitz was more torturous,
yeah.
deeper.
Well, it was a deeper sadness. This was
Yeah,
like a sudden um like I said, it's a sudden act of a spoiled child. Like, oh, fine,
you can take my
you
beat.
take my beach. I'm just gonna destroy this town.
Yeah, unprovoked. It's
Yeah, it
just
was
weird.
just
It,
yeah, just a heinous assault. And yeah, Auschwitz was much worse. This would be
oh
like
yeah, I was just. It has that
I mean,
feel to
it has
yeah.
that feel that like a you know like a minor like a B movie actor type to where you're like, oh man, Auschwitz, phew. It's like, oh, that's Tom Hanks over there, but here's Colin Hanks.
Here's
Yeah,
Colin.
I could, shake his hand. But it's the Colin Hanks
This is Colin
of
Hanks of
of, of
Auschwitz.
Auschwitz. If Colin Hanks is watching the show, I apologize. You're a brilliant actor. I love you.
Oh God, that was funny. Rachel says, "Do you think you'd pick up on it if the history was not known to the person?" Me myself,
I,
no. I don't think I would pick up on what actually happened at a place because that's just I'm not built that way. Um,
I
I
would.
Dave, I think would. Dave,
Yeah, I've.
Dave has that extra part of him.
Yeah, it's.
My problem is I go into a place like that if any of those souls are still lingering around.
They'll be like, "Oh, hey,
Yeah, let me. I'll
yeah,
be like, I
let me
feel
just be
great.
right here,
I'm
like
so tired.
like the church in Oklahoma.
Yeah, yeah.
Please
He's
talk
like,
to me.
oh,
No,
Teething.
why are you all sitting here?
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Um, yeah, but then they're like, "Oh, but you actually see us."
Yeah. They'd be like, ooh, energy. Wait a minute. You see me? Ooh, I want to talk to you.
Ooh, energy. I'll be there
Why?
in a second. Let me just
I
absorb some of this. And then and John's like, "Oh, I'm feeling bad, bro. Something's coming up." And I'll be like, "Oh, crap. Something's coming out." And I know that's going to happen if we ever get to Penhurst.
oh, dude.
That's, I'm going to
Dude.
be like, they're going to go, whoop.
Dude, when
And
we
then I'll be like, "Oh, crap. I could see there's someone right behind you. Oh, shit. He saw me."
yeah,
I know I'm going to get scratched there. Um, but yeah, I've been to places and not knowing that
what actually
there
happened.
was any activity or anything and felt something and gone, okay. I mean, like just out in the middle of a field in Stockton. I was like,
Yeah.
um, and in the backyard of someone's house, and I'm like, dude, I see someone
Aired.
like cutting his leg on a scythe, using it as a cut in the grass.
Yeah. And
And
catch people.
I saw him cutting his own leg and cutting a femoral artery and just bleeding
Oh,
everywhere and just dying
shit.
right there in the backyard. I was like, dude, somebody died right here in your backyard. Um,
You guys need to segment two truths and a lie on haunted locations. That's awesome. Ah, that's funny. I like that, Rachel.
that's interesting.
That's interesting. We're gonna give
But
you some
like,
things that happened here. No, well, you live down in Stockton area forever.
yeah.
Do
Well,
you remember the witch's graveyard out there in between Lodi and Galt?
I've never been there, but
The witch's grave?
I remember it, but I've never actually been.
Fuck that place, dude.
Yeah, I was like, no. I think Kevin mentioned it to me.
I think Kevin might know exactly where it's at. I know you have to go through a guy's field now to get there.
Yeah. But
I
he was
don't
like,
know.
I
I
remember
don't
he was
know.
like, dude, I need to take you to the witch's graveyard. And I'm like, you can take me to witch's anything.
Yeah, yeah. Take the wedges. Anything. Well, they call it's funny because they call it the witch's graveyard, but it's literally the site of where a supposed witch was hung and killed and buried. It's not like multiple witches there; it's one.
Because that's all you need.
Sun.
The one where you can't remember
Yeah,
where it
see, I can't
is.
tell you exactly how to get there. I can probably still drive there off the back roads, but I know someone bought the property, and you have to go through the guy's property to get there. And I don't know if he tore down cut down the tree or whatnot, but she should still be there. But I mean, it's a death tree. It's
Yeah.
it's a horror movie. tree. It's yeah, that that place is interesting. Fuck that place.
Fuck that place.
uh yes, that is the same place. I was wondering if Dave's ever been there. And that's kind of
No.
funny because I could see Kevin tell you, hey man, I want to take you to this place.
Then
Poisoned. Or maybe she was poisoned and not hung. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe she was poisoned then hung.
Poisoned then hung. Poisoned to get her hung.
Yeah, I got to weaken her
Yeah.
so you can string her out. Not that I know how to kill witches or anything, but
Yeah. Not witch
uh,
hunters.
no witch hunter.
But this Ordo
But that'd
Church.
be interesting. Might be on our summertime list next year or this year. It's this year. Shit.
Yeah, it's this year now. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting because me and you are gonna be in the same room in haunted places. And I'm really interested to see how that's gonna work out when some of the places that we go. Especially to the place neither one of us have been, but both want to go.
Mm,
Linda Vista.
yeah.
Because we both have had experience in Alcatraz. We have both had experiences at freaking Winchester.
Winchester.
Well, I've never been to Queen
Queen
Mary.
Mary. Dude,
You have.
Queen
And
Mary's awesome.
but neither
I've been
one
there
of us
twice.
have been to Linda Vista.
No.
And that's going to be interesting.
And I've never actually been able to do an investigation at
Yeah.
Queen Mary, which I would love to do.
Yeah.
But I've only been there on their Halloween horror nights
Yeah.
and been able to roam the ship and do stuff.
I know San Diego? No, Los Angeles.
For what?
Where's Queen Mary at? Los Angeles.
Long Beach.
Long Beach, yeah. I know they're making them do a bunch of work on it.
Yeah.
Because it was getting
Sure.
dilapidated.
Yeah.
Dilapidated? Yeah, that's the word. But was it 308? Is that the big room? I can't remember. I think it's 308, but they're running that out still before you can stay the night
stop
in it.
recording.
No.
Don't do that.
What do
You're
you
gonna mess up my screen again.
Knife.
Knife. Uh-oh.
Gonna cut a bitch.
No, but that's gonna be interesting with both of us in the same room. See how that goes. That's gonna be interesting. But Ordo Church, besides some residual from what happened, I don't see.
Maybe.
I don't see a lot of haunted activity, really, paranormal activity in this location.
Yeah. And no sights. It's been like
It's all
smelling
audio.
of smoke,
Yeah, audio and
hearing voices, hearing flames, or hearing screams or whatever.
yeah,
I think I saw something where somebody heard gunshots,
yeah,
but
yeah. I saw that too. I heard gunshots, but that wasn't at the church. That was
that was
other parts of the town.
yeah,
Prison.
In
or a prison.
Brother,
Yeah, over and over. I have a half brother.
oh brother, where art thou?
Who are you?
I'm John.
That's John.
Gone over this, and that's Dave.
That's interesting because my brother's name is Adam.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, somebody fell.
Yeah. Or bang. Ah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't
I don't.
get
But
the big haunted vibe. As I guess what I was.
no, I don't
Going.
get the big creepy vibe. I know I would feel sadness there. Um, and a lot of shock. But yeah, haunted wise, maybe a 10.
Yeah. And danger, I'd give it a 0 on the
I
danger
think it's
level.
a 0 on the danger. I don't think it's dangerous. I think it's just a scar on the earth.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's a good way to put it. Good way to put it as a scar on the earth.
Yeah. I was gonna say scar on the universe, but I think it's a little heavy-handed. But
Make it
no,
not
I've been thinking about it as well. With you, I mean, you're kind of like the beacon, and I'm kind of like the megaphone. So I just I I'm interested because I know I get activity all the time
Yeah.
when I go to places because I can see it.
Yeah.
But I'm interested in knowing how much more I would get because it's drawn to you, but then I can see him.
Yeah. So
I'm
my
gonna have
yeah.
to take a lot of migraine pills with me.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna bring some Monster Energy drinks.
maybe I'm bringing lots of tea,
Tea and coffee.
tea and Advil.
Yeah. Keep my energy
Well, and of
levels up.
course we'll have to have our beer for the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, but interesting. I mean now it's only a few months away, so we got to start saving up and planning it.
Yeah. That is what I'm starting to do right now. Actually, I gotta look at the vacation schedule
Yeah,
and see
that's the
what
other
that
thing.
looks like.
I can I can take time off whenever,
Yeah.
but my anniversary is on July 7th, so that period
Yeah.
of time, no go.
I was thinking more probably maybe towards the end of July is what I'm
And end of
thinking.
July, early August, or something like that.
Yeah, get past the Father's
Get
Day and all that good
yeah, get
stuff.
past yeah, because Memorial Weekend's in May. That's when my birthday is.
Yeah.
Get past July 4th.
Yeah.
August, it's too hot to celebrate anything. So
Yeah. So that's kind of where what I'm thinking, but I have to look at the holiday vacation schedule over at work
yeah,
and see what that looks like.
yeah. Let me know. I mean, let's. I'm thinking let's block the dates as soon as we can,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then figure out where we're gonna go and
Please
save up the money to do it.
stop it.
Stop it.
It said please first. So
Just being polite about it, but
all right, so we've already talked. It's kind of funny. We're an hour and a half in, and we've talked about
3 places.
three out of the 4 places already.
Hmm.
Fine.
Last one that we're planning on talking about is Saint Mary the Virgin in
Yep.
Clophill, England.
Yeah.
Interesting about this. I mean, this place is old. I mean, it was built in like 1390.
And I think that's what I was drawn to was the how old it was.
Yeah, and the fact that it's considered built in the wrong direction.
Yes.
It's built uh, facing west instead of east, which believes that it opens its doors to hell instead of to heaven.
Right.
I found that pretty interesting. But there's a lot of reports of black magic, satanic rituals. People have seen mysterious hooded monks walking throughout the place, tall, dark figures. Um, that they've done certain rituals, satanic rituals, where they've actually have possibly a guardian there, a satanic guardian at this place, or even an elemental that keeps people out to where the point where they've literally pushed people down and grabbed them by the arm and threw them out of the place.
Yeah.
And a lot of noises being heard on the outskirts of the church itself, like
Mhm.
as if like there was a hailstorm, but it's a nice clear sky.
Yeah.
Is kinda how they describe the sound, like sitting in the middle of a hailstorm was hitting all that hail hitting down, but it's clear out and there's no rain, visible rain or hail coming down.
Yeah. So, yeah, this goes back to there was a rumor that the church was built on top of a former leper colony,
Yeah, I saw that.
and I thought that was interesting. That was not substantiated though. I couldn't find any proof either way.
No, either could I. That's why I was like, that was
Yeah.
interesting, but I was like,
But it was interesting. There's a story about the place in
This place.
1963. What was that?
I said fireplace.
Hmm.
I don't have a fireplace. You
I
said
have a
1963?
wood furnace. Yeah, 1963, the Church of St. Mary the Virgin grabbed headlines across the nation when it was reported that a black mass had been held in the church by local Satanists. Specifically, it was written that the graves of 6 women were dug up in
Yeah.
order to perform necromancy, with one of the skeletons being left behind inside the church itself.
Yep, in a satanic pattern, they say.
Yeah. So, shockingly, the blasphemous acts at the church followed a string of strange occurrences in Bedfordshire and Luton, which is another town in
Me.
the area. In April 1963, a 12-year-old boy found evidence that several area cows had been decapitated,
Ugh.
while a former forestry student admitted to the press that he and a few friends had uh, killed a rooster and sprinkled its blood inside the church in 1961.
You know how hard it is to decapitate a cow?
Seriously, it's harder to do that than a man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I've done it.
That's a neck.
I
That's
mean, I
a
know how hard it is to tip a cow, let alone decapitate one.
that's a Kevin sized neck. I mean, that's a neck.
That's a neck.
They said it was clean cuts too. They
Yeah,
weren't bad
it was
cuts. It's
just
one
ugh.
motion cut. That's alien shit right there.
Yeah, that's some UFO stuff.
that place. I don't know. That place intrigues me a lot, just for
Yeah,
the amount of satanic activity that gets brought to that place, just for the simple fact that the way that
the way it
place,
was built.
how it was built,
Yeah,
and the direction it was built. There's gotta be something to that, right?
it definitely makes me wonder: is the satanic activity drawn there because it was built backwards, or does the fact that the actual church was like, no, it was built backwards, it's satanic? So Satanists are like, oh, it's satanic, cool, let's go. I'm wondering if people go to it because they're drawn there, if Satanists do black masses and rituals there because they're drawn to the place, or because the church kind of rejected it and said it was evil.
Yeah, because they've
So
actually built a new church and everything now there.
yeah,
Um, that's that's that chicken and the egg thing.
right.
You know, doom. It just said doom.
Doom.
Doom on you. um, interesting. That no, it's interesting. So, yeah, did they start gathering there for the simple fact that they believed it was satanic, or do they gather there and called there because it's satanic, or is it because the church has labeled that place an abomination?
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the fact that they've actually seen hooded monks there is interesting too. I don't know
Zen.
that
Yeah.
mm,
Hmm.
okay. No, it's I don't know what to think about this place. I can see a haunted level being there. Uh and everything on the haunted level points to a non-human entity and seems to be aggressive the way it's pushing people because they were literally filming a movie there when they saw this tall dark
Yeah.
creature man and the actors started the film photographer and the actress like let's get the fuck out of here. Well, evidently they weren't moving because it was going towards them. Evidently they weren't moving fast enough because it pushes her down into him and then grabs him by the arm and throws him out. And then she goes running out.
Hmm.
And this is in part of the church. And they have security there. You know, they actually have police officers there. And so they shut that section of the church down. And they're talking to the police officer about it. And the police officer's like, "Oh, dude, that doesn't surprise me at all. We have those types of interactions with people that go in this part of the church all the time." And they're like, "Why'd you let us in there? You're filming a movie. Do what the fuck you want. Let's make sure here to make sure nobody gets hurt." So it's there's it feels like there's something there,
Yeah.
but it says me again.
Said
Well,
me?
yeah, it said me. Who is me? That's what I don't.
Is
Yeah,
that? Are you
am
the demon that's in the church?
yeah. Are you the demon that's in the church? That's a good question.
Yeah.
And if you are, why the fuck you at my house? um, I don't know what intrigues me more the fact that the aggressive nature of an entity that's in there, or the fact that they've used this location as satanic for satanic rituals. And is that what caused that? Did they conjure something in there?
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they conjured something.
But if they
could
conjured a
could could it
guardian,
have
what is
been
it
because
guarding?
if well it's if the church isn't oriented toward Jerusalem,
Yeah.
then it's wrong. So it was sent the other way.
Okay.
Could that have created a portal? And then the black masses and the satanic rituals and things like that drew whatever was on the other side into the church.
But they keep talking about it being a guardian of the place. So what's it guarding?
The
That's what I
portal.
want to know too. Is it guarding the portal?
If there's a portal,
And if
because
there's a portal, it
if it's
makes
a,
sense
it's
why.
got to be. I mean, shadow figures and stuff. It's got to be demonic, right, or non-human, at least.
Yeah.
Hey, Romeo, come
But
see
when
me.
you look at all the paranormal activity, it all goes back to that thing.
Come here, big boy.
No, nothing
Oh,
else in that part of the church. There's Romeo.
this is Romeo. I guess
No,
you have to go to the basement.
I
No,
think I didn't want to.
he's like, no, Daddy, don't make me. You looking at the ghost tube? Who's that? Okay, give me a kiss. Yeah, go. All right, go.
It's this place. This place is intriguing to me.
Yeah.
I want to know. uh, Who else is going to the basement? That's interesting. That was that's interesting. What do you think about that, Dave?
I don't know. I'm usually the one that gets attic. You get
Yeah.
basement.
No, I got attic like a minute before it started saying basement.
You've got the attic, and I've got the basement. So
yeah.
that's interesting.
I just got it right this time.
Yep.
So if it's guarding a portal, and we are, what does it say now?
Just basement.
Again. Oh.
Yep. I might
It-
take the ghost tube down there afterwards and see.
see what goes now.
Shh. No. Well. Okay. It's a broken record. Okay. I heard basement. I get it. What's in the basement? If you answer me,
If
I'm getting the tequila.
it says me.
Me. Okay. Who's in the basement? Okay, I heard that. Who is in the basement? Who is in the basement? Is there anyone in the basement?
What if it says dog?
Three.
What'd you say?
33.
33? About how many times it said basement?
So if your theory of it guarding a portal, and it's very well known that I have a portal in my house.
Lost.
Did
All I heard
something
was
lost?
Oh, okay.
Is it very possible that something from there is over here? What versus
That's what
who?
I was wondering because it kept saying me. We were talking about I wonder what's there, and it said me, and I'm like, wait, who's me?
Who's me? Yeah, it's Did I don't this place.
This is a trippy one. This one I
This is a
think is
great
legit haunted by a non-human or demonic entity.
that I get that same feeling from it.
At least one.
And the fact that it seems like they still do rituals there. Based off what I was
38.
now it said
I can't.
48 and that said I can't. I gotta write these numbers down because I'm gonna play Powerball tomorrow. I got 4, 29, 33, 48. Some good numbers so far. It's this place.
Yeah, it's no longer in service, but the church is still there.
Yeah,
They do paranormal and yeah, what versus who is in the basement? Yeah, right.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. Would you rather know what was in the basement or who was in the basement?
I think who would be more palatable to me because at least I'd be like, okay, at least I know it's human.
Yeah.
If it's a what, because I have had what's in the basement, not paranormal, but snakes, tarantulas.
Oh yeah.
One time I had a bear in the laundry room.
You had a bear in there?
skunk. Yeah, black bear in the laundry room,
Oh, nice.
rooting around in there.
Somebody accidentally leaves the door open.
Well, it's open to the laundry room, and then the laundry room has a door to the basement.
Oh, okay.
So so it's wide open. You can go right
Yeah.
into the laundry room. But yeah, no, I had a bear on my front porch, which was interesting. Thought it was a raccoon. I've had raccoon in the basement.
That's
I
a
had a
big.
horse. Had a horse in the basement. But it
Just
was
a horse.
yeah, it was our horse. It was a thoroughbred named Fever
Oh, okay.
that we had, and it was really stormy. It was really nasty outside, so we brought him into the basement
Oh, okay.
to to kind of get out of the rain because it was nasty. It was nasty that winter. So
To get me.
Coming to get me. It
coming
said
to get you,
punished.
or
It said punished, and then it said coming to get me. What is
are we
coming to
still
get?
talking about that church? Because that
Yeah,
sounds right.
that's not sit down.
In the basement. Um, but anyway, so bear on my front porch. I think it's a raccoon getting into my trash. So I fling open the front door,
That's a big raccoon.
and this bear, he was 350, 400 pounds easy. He stands up, and I was like, "Oh, you take as long as you need." I shut the door. I'll clean up when you're done. Oh shit!
You scared him. He went, what?
He went, "Oh, oh," and I was like, "Ooh." You go ahead. I'm gonna go change my pants. But yeah, this church, this church has me interested. I'm
Yeah.
legit fascinated with this one. I don't know. I mean, it's in England, so if I'm over there, then yeah, I might go check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because it's like you read about this place. There's not a lot of paranormal stories. It's all the stories about what has happened
Leaving. Funny.
happened at that place. With the uh rituals and
With the
whatnots.
rituals and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, except for the one.
Yeah, and then you have the stories of this one thing that's fucking with people.
Yeah,
But it does list more than one tall dark figure there too though.
yes. And that's why I said I think there's more than one entity there, or that it's a portal and entities can pass in and out, but there's one that remains as like a guardian. Yeah, and the sentence that brings to mind, because Saint Mary the Virgin faces away from God, it is said to have opened its doors to hell.
Yeah, yeah, that keeps sticking with me too.
Yeah. And I'm kind of racking my brain. I'm like, do all churches face God? Do all churches face Jerusalem? And
Yeah,
I'm
church.
hard pressed to. I mean, that can't be right.
No, because I got a church. Well,
Because I mean,
no, I got a church right by me. The front doors face that way.
I guess if you face west or east, you would eventually hit Jerusalem.
Yeah.
So I guess that's okay. But north or south? Asylum?
I
Thank you.
never thought about that before until I started looking at this place, and they talked about it's facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, me neither. I was like, really? Do churches have to face that? Because I mean,
And it
I
said yes.
yes, okay. Mine said asylum, so I don't know. I I think it's just crazy because the Baptist church here in town faces the entrance faces north. The Presbyterian church faces south.
Have you been inside?
I've been inside the Baptist church. No, I've been
Okay.
inside the Presbyterian church too. I worked there as a daycare teacher
Which way does
when
their
I was in high
altar
school.
face?
The altar's on the north end facing south.
Okay. That's interesting.
I mean, it's Presbyterian though. It's not like
Yeah.
I mean, it's Christian, but it's not full on Catholic.
Catholic, yeah.
Because St. Mary, that's a Catholic church.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
have
trying to think. The
I don't have a
Catholic
Catholic
church
church here.
in San Francisco, I think faces east. I think it faces Jerusalem.
St. Andrews?
St.
The one
Mary's, the one in
oh,
San
St.
Francisco.
Mary?
Yeah, the one that I've been to.
Yeah.
And
It's
I'm trying to.
interesting.
I know there's one in Stockton, St. George.
St. George, that's the one downtown, right?
Yeah, the one downtown.
Over by St. Joseph's
Yeah, I
Hospital.
think I think it I think
Hospital.
it faces west.
Does it work?
So I don't know how it works.
I
I'm
don't
really
know how
trying
it
to
works.
figure that out. Huh? It's just that's interesting. I mean, or is that just like an old? Because it's from when that church was built, like way back.
Yeah. But you think that would still have meaning today?
Dren.
It said
Yeah,
children.
well, that's interesting.
What? What children?
What children?
Smile.
And it said smile. What'd yours
Um,
say?
5.
5?
Yeah.
I say what children? It says 5. And then mine says smile.
I'm smiling. So there's 5 children. I miss the days of Carl Riddle responding to us
Oh, yeah. And Yukiko.
and Yukiko.
Oh, that was a good night. Carl Rule was phenomenal.
Carl Riddle was amazing. That we didn't realize it. We were talking to Carl Riddle before we even got to talking
Realized,
about his
oh,
house.
yeah. And then he just picked
And
up
and
the
then
conversation.
he's like picked it right up. Yep, that's me. And we're like, dude.
Yeah.
But Yukiko, that was an interesting moment. That's got to be pound for pound probably my favorite episode.
Yeah, Yukiko was probably man, that was a heart
I mean,
wrenching.
it was definitely sad, and it was um
Just the way
hard
she
for me to.
responded. The more you started talking about her, the more she responded.
Yeah, because I
It-
mean, at first it was like don't talk about me, but then as I was talking about it, yeah, she started to get more and more open
yeah.
with us and was actually giving us intelligent responses. It
Nice.
was really. I mean,
I'm-
there's the antique shop was amazing. Doing the haunted objects was amazing, but when we get those surprise squirrel moments,
oh, dude.
those just take the taco.
I think
Make
Yukiko.
a noise.
Make a
You make
noise.
you've been making noise all night.
There's a
Wow.
noise.
I
Ow.
said down again. Before that, it said blessed knife,
Okay.
which goes back into satanic rituals.
Right.
um, yeah, Yukiko and Carl House. They're my two favorite episodes of last season,
Me too.
and And I think the only reason I put Yukiko ahead of Carl is because the emotional attachment we had on that show was that one.
Yeah.
But Carl being the first intelligent to really come through and like pretty much have conversation with us
Yeah.
while we're doing our
And
show is just
and I think
fantastic.
that was, if not my first episode
I
as
think that
co-host.
was your first episode 9.
Yeah.
It was freaking phenomenal. I was like, what a great introduction to
Yeah.
Dude, here we go. I'm not always talking to myself.
Yeah. Sometimes there's another person talking to himself. But dude, I was, yeah,
But this
yeah.
plays
When that was
right.
our first episode, I was just like, wow, this was my first episode, and we got intelligent responses. We were actually talking to a spirit
Up here.
who confirmed, as we believe, was Carl
Yeah.
Riddle. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, Yukiko was like, I mean, even okay, even the asylum.
Yeah.
Was it Rachel that was on, or there was someone on with us that was joining the chat on that episode, the one with Yukiko.
Was it
And
Rachel?
I remember we got
Yeah, someone was on here with
because
us.
we were talking about it, and then it all came in, and we were just sitting there, and then the chat came in. Damn, that was just, yeah.
No, it might
Because
have been
I
I
know it was
know
a woman. I can't remember who
it
it
was
was. If
Mallory. I think it was Mallory.
might have been Mallory. It was like it was Mallory, or it was Erica, or it was Rachel, or somebody. Um, and it was like they felt it too,
Yeah. Yeah. It was
which I thought was really cool.
might have been Michelle too. I don't know. It was one
Might
of
have been
them.
Michelle. That kind of rings a bell.
Oh damn! I need to pop my back. I need to go see a chiropractor. No, Rachel is not I.
Now, I wish it could have been, because then we could have talked about it.
Yeah. Why weren't you there, Rachel?
Yeah,
Why
come
weren't you
on.
there?
Go back, go back and watch the show.
Oh,
Um,
Rachel was talking the other day, and she was talking about how she listens to the show after the fact a lot of the times,
that's good.
and she always wants to ask questions about the show. And I didn't truly respond to that one because I don't know why I didn't respond. I haven't responded yet. Um, but if you ever have questions on a previous show, ask.
Yeah, bring
Ask.
them.
Bring the questions.
Bring the questions. Put it on Facebook,
Yeah, put it
or
on
or
Facebook.
or bring it in the chat on this show in the
Bring it in the
beginning.
chat
Say,
during the
hey, in
live
the
show.
in the last episode or 2 episodes ago, you guys talked about this. Ask the
Yeah,
question. We'll
we'll
stop what we're doing and we'll talk about that
yeah,
if that's what you want to talk about.
yeah.
I have
I
no
mean,
problem with that.
there's something that you want to ask, don't ever hesitate to not ask on the show. Or like I
Yeah,
said, you can when you hit the
yeah.
messenger, when you do messenger to the Facebook, the Spirits Facebook page, me and Dave both see that, right? You do see those as well that come through. Not chew and spit while podcasting. That's not going to happen.
I do not chew nor spit.
No, that is all me. I know who she talking to. That is
I
all
know who
me.
she's talking to. I was like, I'm not
That is,
commenting on that. I'm just
that
gonna
is
up.
all
I'm.
me. And
Oh,
Nice.
look, I have a beer. I'm gonna drink.
I need my nicotine. I just got 29 again. I already got that number. I need a different number.
Yeah, we can't do 29 twice, dude.
uh, yeah, but if there's ever questions that you guys have from previous episodes, hit us up. Like I said,
Heck yeah,
whether
yeah.
on
Put it on.
Messenger for
Yeah,
the
put it
Facebook
on
page.
Messenger. We both get it. Put it on the
Yeah,
Facebook page. You can add. You can add comments after
yeah.
the episode.
Doesn't sound well in your earbuds.
Oh, you're
No, I usually try and pull away from the mic. Evidently, it picks it up.
And
Sorry.
yeah. See,
Oh,
I
Brian's
I
here.
I mute myself when I go into my coughing fits. When I was, 'cause I'm still getting a few of those, but I'm definitely feeling better than I have been the last month.
Yeah, they say that cold kind of likes to linger.
That cold was like, oh man, it was brutal.
All right.
All right, so Saint Mary the Virgin.
The Virgin.
What do you think haunted level?
But I don't know about the haunted level, but the danger level.
I'm like danger level is going to be way higher than the haunted level for me.
Right? Right? I mean,
Yeah,
which sounds weird. Just
it does
do that.
sound weird. It does sound weird, right? It's like,
But the
oh,
haunted
I don't
level is
think it's
like,
that haunted level. I don't think that
I don't think
haunted,
it's
but
really that
because
haunted.
not a whole lot of residual. I mean, you get shadow figures.
But I think I don't think any of it is residual. I don't,
No,
when
no,
I look at all this
it's
and I,
definitely intelligent. It's definitely non-human.
I put
That's what
everything
I'm getting
together.
from this place.
Yeah, I have no residual on anything that I put together. All the pieces make my puzzle, and it does not say anything residual to me. It all says an intelligent haunt. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like they're out there going, woo, they're not haunting the place.
No.
So the haunted level, I'm like at like a 30.
Yep. I am right on that mark.
But the danger level, I'm at like a 90.
I was like 80, 85 for the danger level. Because with the two people that were attacked
Yeah.
and the potential, if it's demonic and if there's a portal there,
Yeah.
dude.
And the rituals that have been going on,
Yeah.
the fact
And
that
if those rituals are going to continue and they're continually doing paranormal investigations of the place, that always ramps up activity.
the fact that the church itself says it's fucking opens its doors to hell,
Yeah.
it really it's a bad vibe in that place.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I'm
I don't feel like
kind
it's very haunted.
No, I don't think it's very haunted, but I think I think it is dangerous. And I think I'm I'm interested. I'm kind of jazzed about the place. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, most definitely.
I don't want to go to the Orador Church, but I would
Yeah,
like to see Saint Mary the Virgin. I wouldn't
yeah. Ordor
Orador. I think yeah, I'd just be sad.
historically,
I think it'd be all residual,
the
but
history
not
aspect of
no
that place
danger at
would be
all.
fun to go see.
Yeah,
Um, Egg Hill,
but
Egg Hill
Egg
Church.
Hill Church, nothing.
It'd be some cool pictures.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I've got that online though.
Yeah,
I've got some cool pictures of it. Some pictures
yeah,
that make it look
yeah.
really scary.
St. Andrews
St.
on the
Andrew on
Red.
St. Andrew on the Red. I like that one. I'm not. It's not major haunted and it's not major dangerous, but
Well, at least it wasn't saying 666.
right. 555.
5x5. Yeah, St. Andrews is a little interesting on the Red.
Yeah, I finally said it 5 times. Yeah. Yeah, if it did that with the number 6, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna shut that down.
uh, St. Andrews on the Red is a little interesting. It's definitely got a definite feel
It-
to it.
yeah,
Just not super.
there's an unknown there with the nightmares.
Yeah, the Nightmares does kind of put a little
That
wrench
gives it a
on
little
the,
flair. That adds
yeah,
a
is
little
the
spice,
spice.
little emerald on it, just a little
Yes, that
emerald.
Lady of the Night. That's the first time that's ever come through.
Are you adding words in there?
I have not added that vocabulary. It literally just said.
Well,
"Lady of the
we're not
night."
ready to do brothels yet, but that might be a.
Math.
Oh, the karma. I've never had that come through. Lady of the night. That is okay. On that note, we're gonna take a quick 10-minute
Let's take
break.
a quick break.
Oh yeah. All right. Enjoy the creepy music. We'll be right back, or we can continue to talk about some shit.
Test.
I'll turn it down so you don't hear.
I can't. Amazing. East.
We just assume Malcolm has a big dick, because that's your stereotype. Just like you assume I'm good at math. Fuck you, Malcolm. But that's the fucked up part. That's the fucked up part, Malcolm. You can't get mad when someone else calls you out on another stereotype, because it's just funny. It's just having fun, man. You don't get mad. If you're gonna get that stereotype, you have to take them all, Malcolm. You have to take them all. Don't be biased with your stereotypes. Don't get mad if someone walks up to you. I think it's what the black man got left. Fucker. Unfortunately, I don't have a big dick. And neither does my sister. Go watch the upstairs. Whatever.
All right.
Okay, so I went down to the basement.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What happened down there?
I didn't get any activity, but on the ghost tube, I got priest, toy, where, and sorry. And the only thing that I can say to that is that attached coin bank is still down there.
Huh. That's interesting.
And it said sorry right as I was shutting the door and leaving.
You got a lot more activity down there than you were probably thinking of.
Yeah, than I expected.
It's like, oh, you're talking it down here. Huh?
Yeah, there's some, but I think it might be the coin bank.
Yeah.
Especially since it said toy. And I literally walked right over it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's sitting there in the crate in the basement,
Oh,
and it said toy, and then I walked into the back room and it said where, and I'm like, okay. So then I walked back out, and it said sorry when I shut the door.
huh.
I don't know why I got priest though.
That's
I wasn't fully in the basement yet when I got priest.
Oh,
mine said tunnel.
Oh, I gotta turn the volume back up on it. Sorry, did I get anything else? No.
You know what I wish this did? No closets.
No closets.
I wish it would still do the ghost box as it did while it did the SLS.
Yeah, it closes that when you have the SLS up.
yes.
I actually had to uninstall the SLS part.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Too much memory.
Yep.
You need to take some photos off your phone.
I took all the photos off too. Photos and videos are off of it. It's just the phone's so old it needs to be replaced.
Yeah. You can go get another iPhone.
I don't use iPhones, dude. Don't do that to me.
Neither do I.
But no, I'm get the new Samsung or
I like the 21. The 21's nice.
yeah.
Although I'm looking at that folding one.
Yeah, I'm looking at the folding one too.
That one looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'll wait for the next gen of that before I.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm like, "Ooh, I like it, but I think I'm gonna wait till they fix some stuff with that." But the S21's interesting. I also like the Google Pixel 6, so I might
I've heard a
flip
lot of
over to
good
that.
things about that camera,
Yeah,
but the operating system on the S21 is actually better than the operating system on the
yeah.
Google. But if you get the S21 Ultra, which has the extra cameras on them, those extra cameras outdo the Google Pixel.
Hmm.
I'm a Samsung guy though.
Yeah. No, me too.
Through and through.
Uh,
Well, I got a Samsung piece, laptop, phones, televisions. Only it's not Samsung in my house right now is this board that we're in my mic. So I'm talking about.
yeah.
Oh,
So I was wondering about that. If I've been looking into getting one of those boards.
yeah,
Because I mean,
Careful.
right now I just have the headset.
yeah,
If I get one of those boards, that won't cross with you in any way, right? I could just use it.
yeah. Because all it's
And
doing is taking
yeah,
the audio portion from your laptop and putting it through the board itself, and then of course the better mics and
right,
headsets.
right. Because I've been wanting to use my mic because I have a mic,
Yeah,
but I can't use the mic without the headphones,
yeah. I
and these are
got
the only headphones I have.
a pretty good deal on the board. I got a board and then 4 headsets and mics. And then it comes with a SD card. So, like all the stuff that everything right now is actually being saved on a SD card. And then I transfer from the SD card into the computer and everything for the audio.
Hmm.
It's fun. I like it. It wasn't too
Very.
expensive either. And they have a single mic setup, a dual mic setup, but Rodecaster, that's kind of the way to go with these. I was looking at a bunch of different, a bunch of different.
Yeah, I've been looking at some stuff on Amazon, and I kind of want to use my mic, but my mic has a USB hookup.
Oh, that's weird.
Um,
So yours is dedicated for going into a computer or a laptop.
right. So I was wondering if the boards have any type of USB hookup, or is it just the ports?
No, no, they use the standard mic ports
Yeah,
most
yeah.
of these boards. Not to say
I know
that
I
you
could
need
probably
that.
get an adapter from USB to the mic
Yeah,
port. That wouldn't be an issue, but
Horse.
um, I don't know. Just kind of tossing it around if I want to make that happen before I start the lowdown, or if I just go with the headset.
yeah. I was using. We were using. My cousin got a little kit for Christmas right before we started the show, and we were using that, and it worked pretty good. We're pretty good. And then I just wanted something better, and I found this Rodecaster set, and it was phenomenal. I mean, you can load in 24 different sounds into the thing. Um, you have volume controls and audio level controls for just about everything you plug into it, whether it be your phone, like my phone's connected Bluetooth to the board.
Yeah,
Plus,
I'd like to do that. So my phone's connected.
yeah, they actually have a hardwire into here as well for the phone, um, which is that USB 10C or USB C
Mhm.
phone that you use for charging. You just need a double-ended one to plug in there, which I have. I just don't use it. I just use the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's nice. I like it. I
Hmm.
can't. Easy mute. um, not just mute, but I can actually just mute the headphones right now. So I don't know. Say something.
I'm saying something,
Yeah, see, I can't hear you. I can hear me.
bastard.
I can't hear you. but everybody else can hear you still.
Oh, well, that's good.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's interesting.
Yeah. All right.
That's nice. Like if we're sitting next to each other, I can mute
First.
our headsets to where I can just hear you talk instead of hear you through the headphones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. To where all I hear is my voice instead of the person that's talking.
Yeah.
It's a good little setup. uh, so haunted churches.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about the 4 that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So I know there's a lot of different haunted churches out there.
Yeah.
It was disappointing, I think, on the 4 that we chose.
Yeah.
Other
Other than St. Mary the Virgin and St. Andrew on the Red, those were well, one was decent, the other one was really cool.
yeah,
But yeah, and I like the history of the
Orador,
Orador Church,
Orador.
but there's not a whole lot of activity and no danger.
No
I
danger.
think Egg Hill kind of took the wind out of my sail because
Egg
I was
Hill?
like, Egg
Yeah.
Hill's number one. I want to talk about Egg Hill, and then we do the research on it. And it's like there's nothing to it. There's no. It's not haunted. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Egg Hill was very disappointing. Really cool story to get you hooked into the place.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you actually research the place and really dig into it, you find out the story is not even really true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the one for me tonight is definitely St. Mary the Virgin. That place is interesting. There's a lot, and it said threat. It very well could be a threat there. So you grew up going into a lot of different churches.
Yeah.
I grew up going into a lot of different churches. But I've only had the one that's really, really got me. And that was shit. I was in Oklahoma for that as a teenager.
Yeah.
Um, and I've been to quite a few there in Stockton. I don't think I ever felt anything in the churches of Stockton.
Yeah. I have in St. George's.
And that's the one downtown by the hospital, right?
Bribe.
That's John.
Bribed. I have not been bribed.
I've not been bribed. I'd like to be bribed. But so weird thing in St. George's Cathedral, and I'm calling it cathedral because it's like
Yeah.
just this monstrosity of Catholic obstinance. It's like
Yeah.
it's just huge Catholic, right? And
Italy.
Natalie.
I swear out of the corner of my because they have
Nancy.
there are these statues in the church, and I swear that one of the statues turned its head and looked at me.
Really?
Yeah,
See, I've never been in that one.
yeah. I've had
Seen
to
it
go.
from the outside.
That was where, I mean, because my wife was raised Roman Catholic,
Yeah.
so I went there with her to a couple of masses and one wedding. I've been to the chapel at UOP.
See, I have never gone. I've been to almost every building at UOP, and I have never gone into that chapel. And that chapel, it's an amazing structure to begin with. And
Yeah,
I've always wanted to go in there. I just have never gotten to go in there.
yeah. It's definitely active. And I just got Angel. Okay, I'll go along with that one. Strangest thing, and this is something that the family jokes about, my wife's family. So we went to a wedding there.
Yeah.
And after the wedding, the whole family gets together for a picture, right?
Yeah. That's not saying 5 no more.
So we get together for this family picture. That's John. That's John. I'm telling you.
I'm not an angel.
So the picture comes out, and this was early 90s.
Okay.
We had the 2 boys, but they were little.
Yeah.
So everybody starts joking about the picture. Talking about me in the picture. I love that.
What were you doing in the picture, Dave?
I was just standing there in the picture, but it's John. But in the picture, it looks like there's a halo over my head,
Forward.
or like a glow behind me.
Oh wow. Well, maybe
And
that's why it
so
keeps an angel.
yeah, so all the Filipinos are commenting that it's because I'm so white that I
You're
cast this
reflecting.
reflection behind me.
Yep.
Yes, I had my daughter in my arms.
Oh, Amanda was already born too.
Yeah, Amanda was a very baby.
So,
That
yeah,
was
this
the
definitely after.
one where we're standing there and they say, if anyone shows just cause why these 2 should not be wed, let them speak now or forever hold their peace. And Amanda farts in the church really loud. And everybody looked at me like I did it. And I'm like, it wasn't me, that was her. And everybody's like, oh my God, he blamed his daughter. I'm like, ah. And I'm like, what? And my brother-in-law standing next to me, and he goes, I feel the same way.
This is bullshit.
But yeah, it's really funny. And I think we still have the picture. Do we have the picture? Yeah, we still have the picture.
Oh wow.
And you can see there's a glow behind me.
See, maybe that
I'm
was.
just white. Thank you, honey.
You're
Yeah,
just
my see, I'm just white. I exude white. I just reflect. I just
exude white.
I exude white. I'm just brilliant.
Said lady again. At least it said lady of the night.
Well, at least it said lady of the night.
That was interesting.
So, but that one was interesting. And I felt a presence there, but I didn't see anything.
At the OP one?
At the UOP one.
Why is every time?
Why does it keep going angel? That's interesting. I did feel but it didn't feel bad. There wasn't a bad feeling in the place. I actually felt kind of warm in the place. I felt
Okay.
Sometimes I go into a church and I think I'm going to burst into flames, but and that was one of Kevin's churches. But that was when I got into an argument with the pastor afterwards. But yeah, a lot of the ones in Stockton that I've been into, that's John. Was it St. Luke's? Where did
Asylum. Asylum.
okay?
Fuck.
Asylum. Asylum.
Okay, here's oh. So here's a question for you.
Okay.
Since we're talking about churches tonight, how much
There's your
do you
dog.
how much do you think religion has to do with the paranormal world? Like, do you think?
Go there.
Okay, maybe I'll retract
Don't
that
go there.
question.
Don't go there.
uh, like,
Um, well, see, that's an interesting question. I think as far as the churches go, I think religion is very prominent. I'd like you to go back to Angel. Can we do that?
um,
Again.
Megan's here now. That's
Hi,
like
Megan.
3 different names in like the span of 2 minutes. Um, no, like, do you think do you think religion gives power to the paranormal world?
Hmm. Gives power.
Or would you consider religion more a gateway to the paranormal world?
I don't know about that either. I don't think religion has to be involved for something to be paranormal.
Okay.
But
With you
I
saying that, do you
it
think all
if
rituals are religious in that
oh,
respect?
I think all rituals are religious. Absolutely. Because it's definitely based on a belief.
And faith.
Yeah, has to do with faith. Not your maybe not your conventional religions. And here's something that I think um I think religion, and this is kind of a weird way to say this, but I think religion powers the demonic.
Because it breaks it up into that good and evil.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I because I think, without darkness there can't be light.
Torturer.
Okay. So,
Dig.
or torturers.
and
Um and Satan.
no, it's a dig this time.
Okay, good. Um but yeah, I mean they're religious people sometimes do not believe in demons or do not believe, but they have to believe in the devil. They have to believe in Satan, at least to some degree, because if they believe in God, they have to believe in the devil, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
It just seems normal. And to believe in something is to give it energy.
Yes.
So I believe that religion powers or gives power to the demonic in that
Ooh.
regard.
And I never thought about it that way. I've never yeah. The fact that they practice the religions actually gives the power to the negative entities in their
Mhm.
religion. Okay. All right, here's another one.
Okay.
Uh brand new church is built. First day of congregation. Can there be a paranormal experience?
Is this?
Bum, bum, bum. um, I'm gonna say yes, because if the church was built on something that was there, if there's a cemetery by the church where there's bodies, where there are graves,
All right,
if
let's
if
say this
this is a
place
brand
is
new
built
church,
on clean
nothing's
ground.
happened, if it's still like
Yeah, it's built on clean ground,
clean ground, nothing
brand
was
new
built on top
church.
of it, just the
You
people
get up
coming
there to do
into the
your
church.
you get up there to do your sermon, you open up your book, and bam, something happens.
There's enough people there that believe in something. I think, yeah.
Well, I'm
Something
a
there.
firm aspect. If you believe in any type of God, you already believe in the paranormal. So,
Yeah.
and with that fact, you can also believe and give something that manifests something. I guess is the best way to put it. I guess is
Yeah,
what
I
you
think,
can get at you that you can actually manifest something there, even
or
with.
draw something there. I think you could probably, I don't want to say summon because that would be kind of saying it wrong, but I think that many people believing in a spiritual entity like God
Yeah.
can generate enough energy for something to appear, for something for something paranormal to happen, even if it's PK, even if it's a psychokinetic
Yeah.
manifestation. Um, if someone is that passionate about their beliefs, that can generate energy. And if there's enough people, you get a brand new church, brand new congregation, they're going to be full tilt boogie for God. I think on day one, with everybody there and all the stuff happening, I think that is probably the best chance
All
for a
the
new church to
excitement
get
and
paranormal
energy.
activity. Yeah,
So, do you think that paranormal experience would be good or bad?
that's an interesting question.
Right?
I'd like to say it's good, but I think you could draw something evil just as easy as you could have something good there.
I think it's
I
easier
don't.
to draw something evil
Yeah. It,
because the evil are
mm,
looking for a
you
way.
know, flies are attracted to honey, but they're also attracted to
Holy
shit.
shit,
So
yeah.
it's um yeah, I think it's absolutely possible to bring either or.
That's
And yeah, I moths to a flame. I think that would be, yeah. I think there's just as easy a chance of it being negative as positive.
do you would that be for the okay, so if something negative showed up first day of congregation, do you think that would be more of an attack on the congregation to try and get it shut down? Or do you think it would be more just for the simple fact that there's so much negative in the world, this just found a place to lay because it felt all the energy?
I think it would just feed on the congregation because, like it or not, there's way too much negative in the world,
Oh,
even in a church.
oh yeah.
And
Some of the most judgmental people I've met are churchgoers, so
oh,
which makes no sense to me.
don't don't I know it? I spent a long time trying to deal with that. Um, but yeah, some of the most closed-minded, judgmental people are what they term as God-fearing folk.
Which is
Or
really weird. I mean, if you
it's really odd. You would think, and I've had that discussion with the Jehovah's Witnesses that would knock on my door that haven't been back since COVID, but um,
It's just
where I'm
amazing.
like, you can't tell me, you can't sit there on your horse and tell me that God hates somebody, because that's the whole thing about God, is God doesn't hate anybody.
True.
And um I said the fact of the matter is, you hate those people and you put God's name in front of it.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. God loves everybody, and if they don't believe in God, then God views them with indifference. He's like, okay, well, I'll be here when you're ready. And and for those of you that do not believe in God,
Well,
he's there.
I actually
If
had a really good discussion the other night about that, and
Mhm.
they told me I didn't believe in God because I believe in all this other stuff. I was like, well, you're absolutely completely wrong.
Yeah,
I said, I do believe in God. I said, the difference is I don't worship your God.
yeah,
There's a big difference there.
yeah. There's a big difference between believing in God
Yeah.
and and worshiping God.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I absolutely believe in God, and like you, I believe in all gods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I have my own opinion about who they actually were? Yeah,
Yeah.
I have my own opinion about I have my own opinion about who Jesus was. But all seriousness aside, I believe that I believe in the higher power. I believe
Yeah.
in
I have a
you know
spiritual belief. I have a
I have a spiritual. I have faith. I have a church, and my church is in my heart. But um, I also believe in the paranormal.
yeah.
But yeah, like you said, if you believe in God, you have to believe in the paranormal.
Yeah.
That's if you believe
But
in Jesus and you believe in Noah and
the
the prophets
resurrection,
and the resurrection and turning water into wine and
even the paranormal.
all that kind of stuff, eh, you have to believe
Yeah.
in
But
the paranormal, because
it's kind of
that's
weird how they kind of shun that though.
yeah,
Like,
how
oh,
they
it's
kind of went,
taboo.
oh,
We don't talk about that.
the
It's like,
the paranormal's not real,
yeah. Yeah, it is. You
but
believe it
but
every day.
God can heal the blind. Well, okay, well, that's paranormal.
Yeah.
I don't I don't see where you're going with that. And we kind of we kind of had that discussion on Christmas Eve,
Oh
but
yeah. Well, we're on churches tonight, so just kind of
yeah,
back
it's
into
kind of fitting
everything.
that we would kind of go back to that. But yeah, it's not. I don't. The paranormal is not exclusive um to religion.
No. Well,
I don't believe
yeah.
so.
I
Um,
don't think it's
but I
exclusive.
believe religion absolutely
Empowers it.
empowers paranormal, and especially demonic. But
Here.
you you have to, God, you have to believe in that. So because um and this is kind of an interesting thought that that just kind of popped into my head. I mean, you know what we're believing in. I mean, like, for you yourself, you really don't see,
Yeah.
but you can feel it.
I can feel it.
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially like
Irma.
believing in God.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're believing in something that you haven't seen,
Yeah.
but
Grandson.
you believe in it, you have faith. Um, I mean, I had somebody when I did a reading for someone
The
on
niece.
Facebook, um, just spur of the moment, lady was having trouble, and I was telling her what was going on, and somebody piped in and told me that I must have a brain tumor in my head because I'm imagining all this. I'm like, I'm not I mean, okay, I'm imagining it, but I'm believing that it exists.
Yeah.
And what I said was right. So, and I've never met this person. I had no idea where she lived, but I told her
Yeah.
I told her what I saw in her kitchen. And then she was like, "Oh my God." And, I told her, I saw a boy about 16 making a sandwich, had a basketball shirt on. And she's like, "Oh my God, my son, who died like 2 years ago when he was in high school, he played basketball." And I told him the shirt was red and white.
Huh.
And she was like, "Oh my God, it was a red and white basketball shirt." And that he always made sandwiches in the kitchen. I see him in the kitchen making sandwiches. So if anything, you got a residual of your son
Yeah.
there that you should not be scared of. And yeah, and this guy was like, "You have a brain tumor?" I said, "No, I don't. I've been checked.
First thing I did when I thought I was
I,
crazy.
I had CT scan done on my head. I had MRI done on my head.
I went scan my cat. Yep.
Yep, I had, not because of that, but because of other issues that they thought there was something wrong with my head. I was
Yeah.
like, "No, I've been checked. No tumor. No tumor, no bleeds, no nothing.
I
Just
just I find it funny that Christianity is the only religion that doesn't accept the fact that there are other gods.
well, yeah. No, that's true. Because I was like,
That's true.
Islam does that,
It,
but
but
but they
Islam,
believe in one true God.
yes, but they accept the fact that there are other gods.
There are other gods, but that, you know,
But you
that
look at
Allah
it
is one true God,
as the one
is
true God.
is the one. Yeah, almost like I'm the only one you get to worship.
Yeah. And I find it funny when I point out, I was like, well, you stating that literally contradicts what's written in the actual Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
And like what it says, thou shalt not covet another God before me. Literally states that there are other fucking gods. You're just not
Yeah.
allowed to worship them.
You're not allowed. You're done with them. You just gotta talk. You just gotta worship me.
But but I could say that till I'm blue in the face, but they'll
Yeah.
still not accept that
No.
there's another God out there, and it's really weird to me. And then when
Yeah.
you bring
No.
up
They have
paranormal,
blinders on. I,
that's like, no, we don't believe in the paranormal. It's like, how? Well, you believe in angels and demons. Yes, you believe in the paranormal. No,
then you believe in the paranormal.
no, no. I'm not asking that question. I'm stating that now.
I'm
If
stating that.
you
That's not a
believe,
question. That's a
and
statement.
if you believe in
You
angels and demons,
believe in angels and
no,
demons,
you believe in the paranormal.
which according to Ralph Sarchi, they're all angelic
Yeah,
creatures.
yeah. And
Rich.
if you believe in heaven, you believe in paranormal. If you
Yeah.
believe you're going to see your
If you
ancestors when
believe,
you get
yeah,
up
I'm going to
in
see my ancestors in heaven. I'm going to talk to my grandfather who passed away.
yeah, you
Uh,
believe paranormal.
you believe in the paranormal.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to see a white light and you're going to go through a tunnel, you're believing in the paranormal. That's
If you believe Jesus walked on water, that's
paranormal.
paranormal.
Might be Marvel, definitely paranormal.
But paranormal.
Yeah, well, yeah, the whole turning water into wine and all that's all paranormal.
Curing blindness with his
You know,
hands.
Karen Blind, geez, I'm like, well, and like like I said on Christmas Eve, I'm like Noah. Noah was clairaudience. He had
Yeah,
clairaudience because
of the
he
massive
heard
flood.
the word of God. God told him
It's gonna be a flood. You
there's
build a
going to be a
boat.
flood. You need to build a boat, get some animals, put them in the boat.
Evidently,
That's
my phone
paranormal.
says
That's psychic.
Noah is
He's a
a-
medium.
Torturer.
Noah was a medium. Moses was a medium.
yeah. They are the definition of a medium.
Abraham,
Medium.
medium.
Anybody that talked to God.
Anybody that talked to God,
There's a lot
anybody
of them
that
in the Bible.
yeah, there's a ton of them in the Bible.
Yeah.
Look
It's,
at all the people that wrote the Bible.
oh yeah.
Mediums.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. And the
Yeah.
only reason I brought this up again is because we're talking about churches tonight, haunted
Yep.
churches. And I'm with you. I think that you can have a complete clean ground that this place was built on And day one, they can open their book and have a paranormal experience. You can call it religious. You can call it
You can
whatever
call it
you want.
angelic. You can call it.
Call it angelic. You can call it demonic. You can call it what. But I think
You,
day one, just from the belief system themselves, can have a paranormal experience. What did yours just say,
it might just said David.
David? Well, hello.
Yes.
That's interesting.
David was also a medium.
Mine
Just
said
saying.
Mary's dad or husband.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah. But yeah, because I'm interested because like I said, most churches I've been to have had paranormal activity. And like you just mentioned, I went to the church that, my niece got married in,
Yeah.
and it looked like it was just built. Like it was maybe 5 years old.
yeah,
And I was like, dude, there's like someone sitting right there. That's not in the wedding.
yeah.
Um
It- yeah, I'll never forget that experience when I went to church.
yeah, I can imagine that would be wicked.
Dude, that like I felt crowded, and there was no one literally
Horse.
sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Today.
It's like the
Like
do they do in this church?
Down.
like the, St. Mary's in San Francisco.
I want to go there.
I was like I felt like I felt like something non-human was there.
And that's scary too, to be in a religious place and feel a non-human entity. And that's what I think that Saint Mary the Virgin is what
That's what's
intrigues me
kind of
the most. Yeah,
churning the bubbles a little bit
like that
for me.
non-human entity
That not
inside the church
something, yeah, and
on
something
holy ground.
possibly demonic on holy ground. Yeah, that's
Said
me.
it again.
That's never said my name. Yours
It
has said
has-
my name.
yeah.
That's me. I'm David.
Text your boy, make sure he's okay.
Or you're talking about my son, David.
Yeah.
Okay, I need some more information now.
Yeah. Have you
Yes,
been to
I
the
know.
new
Yes,
been
I
to the
get the
new
David.
house?
Yes, David. He should be. He should be off today, so he should be at his house.
The new house or
The new house. Yeah, the escrow
have you
closed on Christmas Eve, I think.
have you gone there yet?
Yeah, I've been there.
Anything?
Um, well, I didn't want to. There's something in his backyard. I didn't want to tell him, and one of the front windows has been broken and
Since he's
replaced.
been there?
No,
Or okay.
it was like way back. It was really weird because I'm I'm literally standing there, and saw the glass like shatter
Shut.
in front of me, and I was like, "Whoa!" And then there was nothing. So it was like
Yeah.
some kind of residual thing of something going through the glass, and it felt like something shot like with a gun, shot the glass.
Huh.
Yes, David. But I didn't tell him. I just told him that I felt that the glass had been broken recently.
Huh.
But there's definitely something in the backyard. I didn't go in the backyard to get a feel for it, but I think it's coming off of one of the other houses.
Oh.
So,
Interesting.
yeah.
It's pretty prominent there. St. David.
Yeah, it's really kind of belligerent. Yes. What? What?
What do you want with David?
What do you want with David?
Yes.
Press.
Press?
That's what I said. Press. I don't know what that means, but it said press.
Going off with the Davids. Come on, give me something else. Ooh.
I was just making sure my EMF
Oh,
was.
sounded like your proximity went off. Or no, that was your EMF.
EMF, yeah.
Yeah, my headset sets it off.
My keys don't even set it off.
Yeah. My headset maxes it out. It's like the transistor radio all over again. I was still tripping when it went off from that beer can.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was a weird one. I didn't expect that at all. But I went and every one of the cans does it.
What's the worst possible thing that you think could happen paranormal wise at a church?
Gosh, I would have think a week ago I would have thought burning 600 people alive in a church would have been the worst thing.
Right?
The surprise and I would have thought there'd be so much intelligent and residual and nasty stuff happening there, but
Yeah.
there's nothing.
Or maybe they're
So
just not talking about it, but
maybe, but I don't think so. I just don't. I think it's just I think
Did
it's
you
just
come?
oh,
I
they
think it's
feel
just a
wise.
footprint. I think
Yeah.
it's just a footprint of the spiritual in there. That's just like a faint recording.
Yeah, and I don't even think that it's necessarily confined to the church. I think it's that whole town.
I think like the whole town.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering about the Hunchback in Canada by St. Andrews on the Red. I'm like, what Hunchback? What the hell?
There's no Notre Dame there.
I didn't hear anything about a Hunchback.
Do you imagine doing an investigation in Notre Dame in
Yeah,
France?
but I think the worst thing for a church is for it to become unconsecrated somehow, kind of like a cemetery.
Oh, I didn't think
Um,
that.
um, which and it kind of it reminds me of the movie Unholy, The Unholy.
You see, I
It's kind of
haven't finished watching that. I keep falling asleep.
it's not very good, but there's one
For
line
you.
in it.
Follow.
Why?
I think
Why?
I'm having two people having conversations on my phone right now. Going, "Does this follow you?" And then it says, "Why?
Why?
Why are you following me?"
Why are you following? Why are you following? God, I'm trying to remember the line.
when he's talking to the priest about how the devil give false miracles to make you start believing in them.
Yeah. Well, it says
Here
for
is
where the line is for where God built a church, the devil would also build a chapel.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's like if if God builds a church here, the devil will build a chapel like right next to it. We're
Gotcha.
also gonna be like right there. So I think that wherever, I don't want to say good, but wherever religion is, the demonic is also there. It's just kind of
In the background.
in the background or off to the side. And if the church suddenly becomes unconsecrated, then the demonic takes over. Kind of like
So, do you think like
Saint
Saint
Mary of the
Mary the
Virgin.
Virgin is unconsecrated ground now?
Yeah. I believe the church rejected it.
No wonder the
No wonder the
Bible
Bible
Belt is
Belt is
so
so bad.
bad.
Yeah.
It would make sense that when you do think about the Bible Belt, about how much paranormal activity is in the Bible Belt
Yeah.
and
You know,
demonic
and
activity is in the Bible Belt.
yeah, and you think, I mean,
I mean, they got churches there like Seattle's got Starbucks.
oh yeah, it's like now there's probably Starbucks next door to the church
Next
and then
door to the
across the
church.
street. Um, but yeah, I always thought that there were a lot of churches here in Three Rivers. I mean, we've got quite a few churches for the population.
I live in a mile square town, and we have 1, 2, I think 4 churches in this town. 4 churches, yep.
Okay.
In a mile square town.
Yeah, I can't say it's a mile square town, but we don't have very many people, but we're spread out. Okay.
What does it say?
It said possessed.
Possess. I thought it said repent.
Well, that would be interesting. Well, because I was thinking about Church of Kauai. The Church of Kauai is closed now, but it's the one that I told you where their video on YouTube is like a militia.
Yeah.
It plays like it's a militia. They're the only church that I've ever heard of that has a gun range.
That's a militia.
Right. So they're closed down now. It's said that there is a demon in that
Really?
church.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. So a buddy of mine wants to take me there to have me do a reading of the place.
Dude.
I know just from experience when it was open. When I was training for my marathon, I used to run by it all the time. And
Yeah.
I would literally make sure I was not on that side of the street where the church was.
Ooh.
Because
Just
that place, it just said Church of Kauai, and it just looks like a regular building.
yeah.
It doesn't look like a church at all. It just looks like it used to be a house. And oh man, I got the heebie-jeebies from that place every time I went past it. I would always pick up my pace and just take off past it. And then when I was running back, I was on the other side of the street. I would always cross the street.
Huh. You definitely got a feel.
I got the freaky vibes from that place. There's definitely something going on. So and since they've been closed down, all the windows are boarded up and everything. But apparently, my buddy can get me in there.
Huh.
And we're supposed to do a reading. I don't know when that's going to happen. I'm thinking probably sometime in March. But
be interesting.
So yeah, if I do, I'll record some stuff and we'll see if I get anything. But
Talk about it.
But that would make 4 churches. So there's the Church of Kauai, there's a Catholic church, a Baptist church, and a Presbyterian church.
Yeah, I got 4 that are open that people go to every single week.
They were all open. So now we just have the 3 that are open. But they're within 3 miles of each other.
Oh, well, yeah. Like I said, all of ours are less than a mile apart.
And they're all in elevated positions, which I thought was really interesting. So for each one of them, you got to turn off the main road and go uphill.
Huh.
And then there's the church.
I'm thinking I might go over there, like hit all 4 of these churches with my phone and just put it on silent so they can't hear what's coming through.
See if you pick up anything in your history.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we've hit that 3-hour mark. We've talked about some not haunted churches and some that were pretty interesting. We're going to wrap it up for tonight. We'll be back
next week. We're doing next Wednesday.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me pull up my calendar here real quick.
That would be the 12th.
I got a weird schedule coming up, and I can't.
So
we're gonna skip next week.
We're gonna skip next week.
Yeah, because I gotta work. For some reason I gotta work on Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday night. unless you want to do a show on Monday night on the
I can
10th.
do I can do Monday night.
I don't have a problem doing that. So yeah, I'm working 4 days and then have Monday, Tuesday off, and then work 6 days and back to my
We
Tuesday,
we
Wednesday.
we can do Monday or Tuesday, either one.
Can't do Tuesday.
Okay, so Monday's fine. I don't
Yeah,
care.
Tuesday's
I
kind
can.
of picked up for me for
The
a while.
time is perfect for me. I'm adaptable. I could do any of those days.
Well, all right, let's do a show on Monday
Let's
the
do the show
10th.
on the 10th. All
We'll
right.
do a show on the 10th. I don't have a
So we'll do
problem
a
doing
short
that.
week.
Yeah, short week. We'll be back on the 10th of January for episode 2 of season 2 of Spiritual Spirits. I love saying that, season 2.
Season 2.
I want to thank everybody for joining the conversation tonight. Again, I want to thank Anchor. Oh, I didn't thank Anchor at the beginning of the show,
I
but
didn't.
I'm
I
going to
don't
thank
think
them
we
at the
talked to Anchor every stream. So let's thank them.
let's thank Anchor for allowing us to put our voices out there. So they take the audio portion of this podcast and put it out to places like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public. So if you can't catch us live on one of the many pages that we're live on, you can always catch us on your free time that way. And want to thank, of course, Restream. They're the ones that allow us to actually multicast to different places like our Facebook page, our Twitter page, D Live, Twitch, Twitter, and even Vaughn Live. So
Vaughn Live.
lots of ways to listen to us, lots of ways to watch us. So I want to thank those guys for doing that for us. Thank again everybody for joining the show tonight for season 2, episode 1. Haunted churches. Well, disappointed in some of those churches we talked about tonight, but
Yeah, I think we made up for it in the end, and
Yeah.
I liked our talk at the last segment, but
yeah,
yeah, let's
we'll get it together next week.
we'll get it together. We'll more. I don't know what we're gonna do next week, but
We're gonna talk about that.
we'll talk about stuff, and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah. All right, guys. This is John and Dave signing off for episode 1. You guys have a great and wonderful night.
Bye, everybody.